The Pokemon Cards Live Q&A, where we talk all things Pokemon cards, collecting, buying, selling, and investing. If you guys have questions, what I want you to do is go down below to the description, click that first link down there, put in your question, add photos. You can also throw in stories, cool pickups, and all things like that. I am so happy to be here hanging out with all of you guys, and we are not going to waste a single second here. We're going to jump right into the live Q&A forum and get it started today. So, first question comes in from Reinado. This is an interesting finds / pickups story. So, hey PokeRev, my friend and I recently bought a large collection of Pokemon cards, and I thought that you and Pokemon community would enjoy it. We've recently separated the cards to get graded in order, but there is still a lot to go through. If you would like to see the individual cards, just let me know. There are too many cards to put into 10 pictures. I'm still in disbelief that we were able to buy this collection. Dude, this is such a cool way to start this off. And the condition it was kept in. P.S. Each picture is its own order, so there are multiple holos of the cards. The last pick has all the holo cards in Sabers that still include some first editions, which we're going to sort through. Oh, all right, here we go. Ooh, okay, so this was a recent large collection that they bought. Okay, so let's see here. Ooh, okay, this is looking cool. So check it out. I'm going to throw this up on the screen here, and let's check it out. So let's switch it over here, and boom! Here are some of the photos that we have here. So, guys, you can see there's a couple of Charizards right on the top left there. There's a lot of Wizards of the Coast stuff on, like, all out here. So this is pretty awesome to see. We got Pichu, Lugia First Edition, Ampharos. They're all in card savers with the tabs. I mean, this is it. This is the Wizards of the Coast era Pokemon cards. You got Gen 1, Gen 2. You got Blaine's Charizard. What do you guys think of this? What's going on in the chat? We got Marshall, Jonathan, Pika's Price. We got Jay. Got a lot of people here hanging out in the Poke Cave. So, this is cool. Mischievous, Blissey, all these cards here. That's sick. Espeon, Shining Magikarp. I mean, this is a lot of Shinings here, too. Shining Kabutops, Shining Raichu. This is a really cool pickup here. So, let's see what else we got. Ooh. Okay, here's some more photos. Thanks for sharing the photos, by the way. It makes the story even cooler. So, look at that. Birthday Pikachus. You got the Southern Islands Mew there. I'm trying to, like, let's use our little detective glasses here to see what else we can find. That looks like a Shadowless first. Is that first edition? I think it's first edition. Dratini from base set. Hitmontop. We got Weedle floating on a leaf there. We got Moltres. I mean, look at all the holos. Ancient Mew from when you go to see the movie. A lot of cool stuff, and I think there's a couple more. Oh, there are. There's more photos of epicness. So here's another photo here. A lot of Neo stuff. So the Neo era cards. Oh, this is cool. Scizor, Entei, Venusaur, Typhlosion, Shiny Gyarados, my favorite card of all time. This is my favorite card, guys. I love this card. Oh, this is cool. What a way to start off. And then here is, I think, another photo here. Woo. That's a spicy way to start off, guys. Thank you for sharing that story. That is awesome. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so let me move on here to the next question. And guys, if you are in the chat, of course, always try to keep it Poke positive, keep the spam in a can, and let's all just have a good time here talking about what we enjoy. Pokemon cards. Okay, so let's keep it rolling here. Actually, though, I have a super chat coming in from Pokebob. Hey, Rev, can you check out my question at some point? I picked up some cards and would love to get your opinion on them. Pictures are attached as well. Hey, Pokebob, absolutely going to do my best. If you got here, probably should be able to get to everybody's questions so far that I've submitted. So, yeah, should definitely be able to get to your question without a problem. I'm going to be going through a lot of questions today, and let's just keep it rolling here. Thank you for the super chat, Pokebob. Next question coming up is from Sam. So, let's see here. The goal is to have fun collecting cards sustainably. That's a good way to go about it. So, I have recently purchased base set unlimited Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur. They're not in great condition at all, but I would like to get them PSA graded so I can put them on a display. My questions are, do PSA refuse to grade some cards if the condition is that poor, or would I at least get a 1 for these? I have a Zamazenta V card that I want to get graded with the purpose of selling. Please let me know what you think. Love the channel, and thanks for helping me rekindle my childhood. All right, let's take a peek here. So most of the time they will, unless it's something crazy where like the card is peeling off of the back of the actual like the card itself is just peeling away. So let's see here. I'm going to switch over. And we got a Blastoise. So far, I mean, the condition on the front is definitely beat up. But it wouldn't be anything that I would say that they would not grade on that one. So we got a couple photos here. And you guys always feel free to send in photos with your questions or stories or whatever. So this one definitely has creases. I mean, this would definitely be something more like probably like a 1 or 2 or something like that. So they'll still grade this as long as the card is still like intact. So the Venusaur is definitely worth grading any of the starters at this point. Wizards of the Coast Hollow, even if they come back a low grade, because there are collectors that will collect stuff that's in low grades. There's people that will go after PSA 1s, 2s, 3s, and they're actually ironically tough to find, believe it or not, on a lot of lower grade cards. So Charizard we got on there as well. So yeah, definitely. I mean, you could send all these cards to get graded. Like once you get a bend though, you're dropped automatically down to I think like a 6ish. So either way, I would send all of these cards out. Here's the Charizard as well, right here. So yeah, definitely feel free to send those out to PSA, and I'm happy to hear that you're back into Pokemon and enjoying it. So let's see what else we got here. Let's see what we got. So next question coming in is from Jake M. This is a card grading estimate. So guys, if you know, some of the things you can throw here on the form are collecting question. If you have a question about the market, you know, or if you have a question about buying and selling your Pokemon cards, if you have questions about a card grade, like what the card may grade at PSA. If you have an interesting find, pickups, or stories, if you want to share a story, pull a rare card, open an old pack, grade a rare card, throw in photos. Throw it in down below in the description, guys. This is the whole discussion here that we have here. You guys throw in the questions, the stories. You guys make the conversation what it is here. So without you guys here, I would just be talking to myself, making up my own stories, which I do sometimes. But, all right, let's go. So, Jake, I pulled the Rainbow Charizard from Champion's Path and want to know what it's worth, if it's worth grading. So I'm going to tell you right now, yes, without even looking at the card, it's worth grading, but I'll pull it up here on the screen. Thank you for throwing in the photos. The Charizard VMAX from Champion's Path, the Rainbow Rare. There it is. So, absolutely grade this without question. This is a tough card to pull. Looking at it right here, could have a shot at a 10. It's tough to judge the fronts on a lot of these newer cards with everything that's going on. It definitely looks off a little bit left to right, but I think you have a shot for sure. So definitely send it in, even if it's a PSA 9 or PSA 10. Send it to PSA. It's definitely worth it. So let's go. Let's keep it rolling here, guys. And if you are enjoying this live stream Q&A, make sure you leave a like on the video. It definitely helps out the channel and the video, and it helps it get out there. Every single like helps. We got 80 right now. Let's see if we could bump it up to, maybe we get to 200. Let's go. All right, let's keep it rolling here. See what other questions we have, and I hope you guys are all having an awesome Saturday. Sorry for the late start. I was working late last night, so got to start a little bit late, but this is good news for people that are on the West Coast, because now you guys can tune in. I think right now it's about 11:45 for me, so probably for you guys, what is it, like 9, 8, 8:45, 9:45, depending on where you are. All right, so let's go. Next question from Simon. This is a card grading estimate question, and should I send the Lugia to PSA? Let's see what kind of Lugia we got. Ooh, I was hoping it was going to be this one. We got Lugia from Neogenesis. So, I'm going to say right off the bat, yes, without even looking at the photos yet. All Wizards of the Coast Hollows, for the most part, especially the high, like the popular Pokemon, high-end, whatever you want to call them, yes, without a doubt, without question, send this Lugia to PSA, for sure. In terms of what it might grade, it's tough to tell when it's in a case like this, especially like a hard case, but the back looks really good. I mean, I've seen a little bit of whitening up here. I think that's, I can zoom in more. So you can see there's a little whitening. So you're not going to get a 10 on this. Not bad, though. It's really not bad. The front, sure, there's a little couple scratches there. So you might be looking at something like an 8. That's a pretty deep scratch right here. So you might be looking at something like an 8. I mean, you might get really lucky and pull a 9 on it, but I would think maybe something like an 8 on this, and absolutely worth grading this up. I mean, if you were to pull this up on eBay, I'm sure we could find one right now. So we go to eBay here. We just type in PSA 8 Lugia Neogenesis, and we're going to do minus first because it's not a first edition card. And let's see if we can pull up anything. Would help if I spelled Genesis right. All right, so there you are. So we got them listed in the 300 to 400 range, with some selling at, well, that's Japanese, so you don't want that, but 250 to 300, 340. So about $300 probably what you're looking at on the value of that card if you grade it with PSA. So I would absolutely do that. go ahead and send that in PSA. You're going to have to wait a little bit. So by the time you get it back, who knows? It could be worth more at the rate of this market. So let's see what else we got going on here. Guys having some good conversation. Pika's Price says PokeRev in the 4K quality. Guys, I'm trying to improve it as best as I can. So hopefully everybody is... Thank you, Alfredo. Says the camera's looking good as well. I appreciate it. It's actually, believe it or not, it's not in 4K. It's just in 1080, but you can do a lot with... if you figure out your lighting and your lens and your camera situation. Brandon W in the chat, what's going on? Hey, congrats again on that silver alien. Rev, I still can't believe I pulled the Zard VMAX and the gold Zamazenta out of Surf-fetched V-Box. That was a fluke, or should I double down? I think it's a fluke, dude. I think it's a fluke. But, I mean, Surf-fetched boxes are definitely not super expensive, so you might as well double down on it. But I appreciate the super chat, and thanks for sharing the story here. That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, let's go. Let's see what else we got going on here. Julian in the house. Little Yoda. What's going on? All right. Let's go. We're talking all things Pokemon cards, collecting, buying, selling, investing. This is the place to be. Come hang out on Saturday mornings. Guys, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on those notifications so you get informed about our live Q&As and all the live videos that we do here. It's always a fun time. Emma has a collecting question. The question is, what would you say the best promo / pre-release cards would be to collect and get graded? Well, that goes back to kind of like a personal thing there. Whatever you think might be what you're after. So when you're talking about promos and pre-release cards, okay, so if you guys didn't hear about this is actually something I did want to touch on here. Now that we bring that up, though, there is a pre-release card, if you guys have not heard yet, that was announced, and it is the Charizard. So, guys, if you know... the Vivid Voltage set that's being released, Pokemon decided to put a good old, reliable Charizard in the set. So this is going to be in the Build and Battle sets. I'm sure there'll be a pre-release version of it. This is off of PokeBeach, so thank you guys for the information as always. The pre-release promos for Vivid Voltage will be Charizard, Donphan, Snorlax, and Lugia. They are alternate art reprints of Japan's legendary Heartbeat and Shocking Volt Tackle, which will also make up our English set. Thanks goes out to our friends at Playscape Games for the news. Appreciate the news as well. So Donphan as well. Snorlax. About to body slam whatever's under there. I feel bad. Lugia as well. A really nice one. So the build and battle boxes, you guys, right now you're going to assume that those are going to be definitely going for quite a bit of money. So grab build and battle sets if you can. Try to get pre-releases, cards, whatever. Or staff cards is what I meant to say. These are... pre-release promos, and you can probably get staff versions of these as well, I'm assuming. So, oh yeah, it's heating up. And there's a Charizard and Vivid Voltage, a different one. So the Charizard hunt continues. But they would, says Josh, or Joe. Joe says they would. Josh says, all reliable. All reliable. We can always count on it, Pokemon. You know what? They're like, got an idea. If we want to make this set sell, let's put a Charizard in it. Let's put 2 Charizards in it. Genius. You've done it. All right. I got to admit it works, though. I mean, I'm going after the Charizard and the Lugia. So, let's go. Alakazam Spoon with the next question. A market question. The goal is to bend spoons with my mind. Dude, you're on the right track there for your Alakazam already. The question is, where do you see Gold Star PSA 10s in a year or so? That's a good question. So Gold Stars, for those of you guys that don't know, are from the EX era of Pokemon cards. They're the highest rarity, the highest tier of rarity. So what I can do is put in Gold Stars on eBay, and we can take a look here. I mean, they've seen tremendous growth over the years for sure, but what's going to happen a year from now, 2 years from now? I'll tell you my opinion. I think everybody can have their own opinion as well. So, there's no 100% right or wrong answer. This is just going to be my personal opinion on it. But one thing I am noticing with Pokemon cards and a lot of the newer collectors is a lot of people are starting it off with the original base set. So a lot of people see the easy entry point, the most nostalgic entry point is base set, and a lot of people are sticking to base set, and then some are venturing out to jungle and fossil. But really, it's like there's a huge pool of new people in the market or in the collectibles that are just jumping in on like the OG sets. But it takes time. It takes time to learn about the sets that are further past that, to get more into it, get past Gen 1 to Gen 2. Then you're moving into Gen 3 with the Gold Stars. So I think the stuff that's moving the fastest is the earlier stuff, because you're seeing stuff like Charmanders from base set, Pikachu, Squirtles, Bulbasaurs. A lot of the new collectors are grabbing those up, and those are going for really high prices. And then Gold Stars are as well, don't get me wrong, but I think if they had more exposure to like the people that have been getting into Pokemon, which they will over time. You know, there's a certain pool of people that will move on to like the Gen 2 and then the Gen 3 and then so on and so forth. And then the people that grew up with the EX era, as they get older, then that stuff goes up. So I think, yeah, it's all going to be moving up. They're super high rarity tiers. I mean, I'm hoping the new amazing Pokemon from Vivid Voltage, I'm hoping those rarities are going to be pretty cool. Maybe similar to Gold Star pull rates, one in a box, maybe one in a couple box would be pretty awesome. Vivid Voltage, I think, will take off if you get those amazing Pokemon rares that are like super high rarity tier level, but I have no idea what they're going to do with that. But let's keep it rolling. Next up, we got Paul. Card grading estimate question. Do you think this card is worth grading, and what grade do you think it would get? Thank you. So let's pull it up here. And I did throw back in the card grading questions, so I will be doing those as well. And I'm going to see how it goes. Let's see how we do here. How many people are asking the grading card questions and kind of judge it from there. So Charizard. This one is very beat up. As you can tell, this one was played. This one was, you know, been through it. If only this card could talk. The back, you know, it's torn up and stuff like that. It's got bends. So you're probably looking at something from like a PSA 1, 2 or so. Maybe probably like a 1 or a 2 in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, at that point, it's still worth grading a Charizard. A Wizards of the Coast original base set Charizard is worth grading. Doesn't matter what the grade is. Doesn't matter. It's worth grading. 100%. Jake, with the next question. Another card grading estimate. The goal is to build my card graded collection. I pulled it from a first edition Jungle Booster and I sent it to PSA for grading a few weeks ago. Just wondering what your thoughts are on the grade the card might get. So let's see what this looks like. Okay, nice. A solid pull. So from Jungle First Edition, we got a Pidgeot. Let's pull up some photos. The front looks good. Centering looks really good. Let's see. Let's take a look. See if we have a different angle. A lot of these lighter, like hollow sort of textures or whatever you want to call them usually get scratches. It's kind of tough to tell with these photos what's going on with that. I don't see anything, but there could be something. Pidgeot's tough to tell. There could be a line in there that I'm not seeing, but I'm not seeing any lines on that. Let's see. We got a little bit of the back there. I can't see this corner though. I do see some whitening right here. So you're probably looking at like a 9 at the best on this because of the whitening on the top here and the bottom, and maybe some there. Maybe there's something on the hollow. I can't really tell 100%. But congrats on the pull. Either way, I mean, anytime you pull a hollow out of an original Wizards of the Coast set, it's a win all day. So let's see what else we got going on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back into the chat. I see a lot of you guys are throwing in some super chats, which I appreciate. Quick PokeRev, dude, I'm sorry. I totally missed that. Your super chat. Thanks so much for the $5 super chat. Rev, did you change your camera? Stream looks good. Dude, I did for the Saturdays. So every Saturday, so Friday night, I'll go through and I'll change some things up. Like, I actually got the Wizards of the Coast original light up sign. I actually got that in a trade from Trainer Trey. So yeah, I love that. And I've been meaning to put it up for like ever since I got it in that trade with him. But that I added in, and like a new camera setup, and always been tweaking the lighting. So I'm hoping to keep it going, keeping the quality going for you guys, and always trying to add things in. Of course, for the lives, Q&As on Saturdays, I'm definitely trying to add more things in. So just like every week, guys, hopefully you'll see improvements, whether that be on the content part of it or like the actual like quality and or whatever. We're just gonna keep it, trying to improve things every week here. So Nicholas 04 says, did you get some Uyama cards? The Pikachu is fire. You know what? I actually don't even know what that is. If you guys let me know in the chat what that is, I'm actually totally not even sure what that is. Now I'm curious, but I appreciate the super chat. Jonathan P. As well, thank you. I don't know why I can't see as good today. I think my contacts are a little bit blurry. I'm having trouble reading the text. What do you guys think about scalpers and resellers influencing the hobby by hyper? I can't see the rest of it. By what is it? By hyperinflating demand by pre-ordering so much that affects the rest of us. Okay, so scalpers, resellers, and stuff like that. So you see those in pretty much every hobby. And it's not just Pokemon. So you look at literally everything. We actually discussed this 2 weeks ago. And basically, things that are being released, a lot of limited things, you'll see like the new video game systems, the PS5, the new Xbox. I mean, you notice that they have bots on there that pre-order it and then they're gone. But a lot of it is going to scalpers / whatever you want to call them, resellers that are buying the products. They're getting it in, and then they're flipping it right away. I mean, you see it with everything. Even like I was trying to get Pokemon skateboards off of the Pokemon Center. They had a limited drop from Bear Walker Series 2. And I went on there. I think it was like literally 5 minutes after they dropped. And I went on, and they were already sold out of like 3 of them. And you go on eBay, and there's literally 200 listings. Literally, like it seemed to me like 75% of the people that pre-order those threw them right on eBay with like the confirmation, like, hey, you got your pre-order in, not even having it in hand, just ready to flip it. It's a new, it's something that always existed, but it got pushed and pushed further with everything that's going on in the world, with people, losing jobs, people staying at home, people needing to make extra money. So I do understand it from a viewpoint of, a lot of people are out of a job. A lot of people need extra cash to like support their family, pay their bills, pay their rent, their mortgage, or whatever. So I understand it, but yeah, it is. I can see how it could definitely be frustrating for people. Whether it's the new game consoles, whether it's the new Pokemon cards set that's super popular, whether it's the new cameras, graphics cards, whatever the new product is that's you have to pre-order to get, or that's super popular. You see it with everything. We went through this. We actually discussed about this for like 20 minutes straight. So I see like a point of it as, some people need the money and they're flipping things, but then I do see the other end of it where it's like, well, the end consumer has to pay more to get that product. So it's interesting to see. I think we're going to need a whole culture shift in terms of like the actual stores that have these things. So when you say you go into somewhere like a card store, maybe they should have the elite trainer boxes. Maybe they should say, hey, we should have a limit of 1 per person. Or maybe when they do something where you go into like a Best Buy and there's like a limited drop of like a new graphics card or video card, hey, 1 per customer, and really enforce it and really try to crack down on the bots that pre-order everything online and all that stuff, and sort of like look at somebody, and if you see that they're clearing out a store, maybe like the employee can say, hey, like, you can't buy all these, maybe make a new rules. And I think that would really help out a lot. I really think that, even at the point of checkout, so say like somebody's in Target and they just buy up like every single Pokemon product of one product, when they get to the checkout, the employee can say, hey, like, there's a lot of reselling going on that's really it's really getting a little bit out of hand. Maybe we'll have a limit on some stuff, and they'll enforce it. That's the other thing, they have to enforce it. So, but I do see both points of both views. I see the person that needs the money to help support their family. I do see the other point of view, the consumer has to pay more, and overall just like the economy as a whole. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I think there's going to definitely be a shift, maybe at least with the bigger box stores. The smaller stores, on the other hand, might not want to do something like that, like the actual normal, not big corporations, because they need to support their stores as well. So it's very interesting and very complex to think about, but it's a good thing to think about. And thanks for bringing that up, Jonathan. Julian, what's going on? Julian says, talk about the PSA service changes just announced. Dude, that's a good thing to talk about, actually. So if you guys didn't hear, PSA sent out a letter, and so let's talk about it. Let's actually talk about it. That's a good thing to bring up. Julian, thank you so much for the $1.99 super chat as well, dude. It's always a pleasure to see you here. I wonder if they have it on their actual website, or if they only threw it on like the actual email, because I don't have my email on here, but I do have my phone, so maybe I can bring the email up. But one of the biggest things, if you guys didn't hear about PSA, is they changed the bulk value thing for Pokemon cards to $10 a card. They upped the price. So The price has been updated to $10 a card. I think it was $9 a card before that. And okay, I think I do have the. Okay, so here's the official letter. Let's go through it. Hello, PSA customers. 2020 has been an unprecedented year. Let me throw up while I'm here. This is PSA, so if you guys know, Professional Sports Authenticators. They're the go-to for Pokemon card grading at the moment, but I really am seeing Beckett starting to bite out of the Pokemon market grading, especially with a lot of cross collectors coming through from sports, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, comics, coins, all that stuff. I'm starting to see a lot of people cross over that are used to Beckett and they want to stick with Beckett. So I'm seeing Beckett starting to get traction, guys. Just keep that in mind. And especially with PSA being so backed up. But I wonder if they have that on here. So they have all these different prices, quarterly specials, and things like that. But right now, okay, here it is, I think. 10 per card. Here it is. Okay, so here's the official change. Trading card games, declared value can be $99 per card. Hey, we got Blastoise93 in the house as well. Dude, thank you so much for kicking in here. But one of the things I did actually like was that there's only a 20 card minimum. A lot of times they have it as a 100 card minimum or like a 50 card minimum. I don't know what it was before this, but a minimum of 20 cards are required to submit this service at a rate of $10 per card. Okay. So trading card games all years, $99 cleared value, $10 a card. Let me know what you guys think of that. But okay, here's the letter. 2020 has been an unprecedented year in so many ways. And amongst all the challenges the world has experienced, the hobby we all love is thriving unlike any time in history. We stand here at PSA on October 1st, 2020 with operational improvements that have nearly doubled our capacity since January. Okay, well, there's something interesting. Is they said they doubled the capacity since January, meaning they can pump out double the amount of cards. The problem is, I'm assuming the amount of people sending cards to PSA is probably 4x, if I had to guess. Like, this is just a complete guess, at least 4x. So even though they doubled capacity, the amount of cards that went in, I mean, you could probably see 4 or 5x even, maybe even more. Who knows? 10x. Really, who knows? So they doubled it, but the problem is it's not going to be enough because their lead times are getting slower and slower still. But it's understandable. In the same time period, the volume of submissions to PSA has more than doubled. Okay, so they did actually bring that up, that they said, hey, it more than doubled. At least they're saying that at least more than doubled. Said differently, despite doubling capacity, turnaround times are growing. Okay, I'm glad that they actually brought that up. They actually said, hey, the turnaround times are doubling. Okay, that makes sense. They actually brought it up. So, we are continuing to expand our capacity through aggressive hiring, learn manufacturing principles, and investments in automation efficiencies. So they're trying to make it more efficient. Makes sense. More automated, which is good. I did notice the submission forms are different. They look better. You put labels now. If you guys didn't know, you can actually print out a barcode instead of handwriting things on there. You stick a barcode on the outside of the box, which says what's in it, so they scan it, and they know if it's like a 5-day turnaround time, a 20-day, or whatever it is. Okay, they're improving efficiencies. But simply put, all of our efforts and investments will not grow our capacity fast enough in the short term. We must look at other areas like pricing and service levels to better align the demand for PSA service with our capacity to deliver these services. So there you go. We must look at other areas like pricing and service levels. What happens? The only thing they can do, they have to increase the price, because when they increase the price, not as many, that's going to cut more people out from submitting, because people are going to be like, oh, it's $10 a card now. So they're cutting back the volume a bit by keeping the prices, by increasing the prices on these service levels and making the service level lead times longer. You're seeing it across the board. You're seeing Beckett do it. You're seeing all kinds of stuff. Okay. With that in mind, we are announcing several new policies and procedures, all aimed at delivering a better experience to our customers. Here's what is changing. Collector Clubs vouchers are currently sold out. So they're not giving collector club vouchers anymore. So if you guys know what that is, basically when you sign up for PSA, you get, and I noticed this, okay. Actually, my buddy, Cool Trainer Ryan, you guys know Ryan, he actually brought it up to me. I didn't even notice it. But like, see, this says sold out. Gold membership, you cannot buy it. I actually panicked for a second because my membership expires in like 25 days and I have so many cards to submit. So I panicked when I saw that. And I said, oh my gosh, you can't sign up for a PSA membership now. What are we going to do? Because you need, if you don't have the membership and you don't send through a grading company, like a third-party grading company, you're going to be paying a lot of money to grade your cards. The platinum sold out. But luckily, we realized this is still here. Platinum sold out, but we realized this still here. Join the silver. So you still can join the silver, but you're not going to get vouchers or anything. The vouchers are basically free grades that are included with it. So they're not giving out the free vouchers anymore, but you still can get your PSA membership, but only at the silver, which is interesting because I don't really understand how you could sell out of vouchers because they're virtual. But I'll let you guys think of something in the chat. Let me know because you guys are always on top of things. So let me know what you think about that. Sold out of vouchers. Okay, let's keep going here. So with the massive growth of gold and platinum collectors memberships, we have oversold our anticipated supply of vouchers. Therefore, we are temporarily suspending the issuance of new vouchers. There is no restriction on the usage of existing unused vouchers. So if you guys still have vouchers, you can still use them. Next, the economy service is most impacted of our services. To best serve the customers who are currently waiting for their economy orders to be processed, we are temporarily suspending the acceptance of new trading card and dual service economy submissions. We will continue to monitor our progress on economy orders with an intention to resume the service level soon. So they suspended economy service levels because it's the most impacted, because it was the most cheapest, but it's the most submitted with. So they're cutting that level off temporarily, which who knows how long that's going to be. Who knows? So somebody, Pokey Hermando's put sold out in quotations. Sold out. Right, because they're virtual. Okay. PSA Value Service is changing in the following ways. Minimum order size have been lowered to 20 cards for all categories. I like that. So, like on the page before that, that was actually something that I thought was good. Because now you only need at least 20 cards to get the bulk rate, although the bulk rate is $10 now. It's up, but it's only $20. So I like that they did that. That's cool. Especially for somebody like myself who does like to go through and do PSA card submissions on the channel. So I can actually do return videos. So like I can do like a 50 card or like a 30 card return PSA card return video on the channel now, which is cool. I think I like to split my submissions up to do like different types of returns videos. So I don't have like a 200 or 300 or 400 card return that's like a 2-hour long video or something on the channel. I like the shorter ones, which I like that a lot. And they put that at the top. They put that at the top of how they're changing things. Like that's like one of the things because they knew like a lot of people they're probably gonna like that. But prices have been updated to $15 for Ultra Modern, $12 for Modern, and $10 for Vintage. Okay, those are the price changes across the board. Later this quarter, estimated turnaround times will be retired in favor of complete through dates. Okay. Blah blah blah. Oh, well, this is interesting. Checks and money orders require additional steps in order processing. As a result, PSA will only accept credit card payments for orders placed through our online submission. So you can't. I highly doubt that any of you guys were using checks or money orders. So they only accept credit cards. Okay, that makes sense. And okay, so they also have PSA Dealer. They have a new thing here for group submissions. PSA.com/dealers group submissions. E-dealers have signed a formal code of conduct in agreement with PSA and approved to manage to submit to group submissions. So group submissions. So those are the third-party grading companies, or not third-party grading companies, but the third parties that will help with getting the bulk, the cards that you guys have. Instead of sending directly to PSA, you send it to the guys that handle it in the middle instead. So they have like a way that they properly handle the cards, that they properly pack them up, and that's like a code that they have to follow. We strongly encourage collectors to utilize dealers found within this directory for group submissions. Interesting. So they're actually suggesting that you use them. All right. And a lot of these updates with the best interest of the customers at the center of it all. These changes create a 3 paths for PSA. Okay, we get it. So if the predictable turnaround time is most important. If a predictable turnaround time is most important, submit the cards at regular service level or higher, and you will get the cards back within the shortest period of time. Well, that kind of stinks because the regular submission, I don't know what the price is exactly on that, but that's like probably $20 a card, which they're saying if you want to get them back quicker, pay us more money basically. It's the name of the game, guys. Where is card submission regular service 40? What's the price? I don't know. It's I'm not signed in. Oh, here we go. $50 a card. Oh. Oh, I'm not showing the screen. $50 a card. If a predictable turnaround time is most important, submit the cards at regular card service or higher. It's $50. Oh, $1,000 maximum declared value though. I think Beckett for 20 days. Maybe they're around that too, actually. But it's really not 20 days, guys. Keep that in mind. If you're like, all right, I'm going to send in regular. I'm going to get them back in 20 days. It's going to be awesome. It's not going to be awesome. Because they also said in an email, I don't know if they say it here. Actually, they say it when you submit your cards. Excuse me. I don't know. I forget my login. They say it at the top when you submit your cards. I think they say 8 to 10 weeks to get the cards and scan the box and open it and then put it to the side in the pile that's to the sky. So even if you're doing regular, don't think that you're going to get your cards back in 20 days plus shipping time back. Okay, just keep that in mind. You still are going to have to wait the 8 to 10 weeks to get them to scan your package and open the box up and say, okay, the cards are here. Cool. Put those over there in the pile from everybody that's submitted for the past year, and then we'll get to it when we can. So 20 days is not 20 days on this. It's probably closer to like 80 days at least, not including shipping there and back. So like 100 days. So like 3 to 4 months at least, I'm assuming. So don't think that like you're going to get your cards back. You probably will get them back a lot faster. That's the sad part about it. Because if you send it through another way, it'd probably take like 8 to 12 months for like the $10 card one. I mean, I would not be surprised if people start getting year wait times for the $10 service. Okay? Like legitimately, I would not be surprised if people are submitting cards right now through the $10 service. If you tell me that you had to wait 10 months to a year, I would not be surprised. So keep that in mind, guys. No matter which service you send, even at a $50 card price, it's crazy. Okay, so and I think that's most of it. Yeah, I mean PSA dealer directory. And then they ended it with, the hobby is stronger than ever, and demand for grading service has never been higher. We appreciate the trust collectors have placed in PSA, and we are working hard to usher in continued advancements to get your cards back faster. Let me know, guys, in the chat right now, the live chat, if you're here. Let me know which grading company you're thinking about going. I want to see what gets the most votes. Put a hashtag PSA if you're planning on grading with PSA right now. Put a hashtag BGS if you're planning on grading with BGS right now. Put a hashtag CGC, or whatever they're called, the newest ones. I probably might have said it wrong. If you're grading with them, PSA, BGS, or CG, whatever, CGS, CGC, whatever they're called. Put a hashtag. I want to see if there's about over 800 people here watching this. Let me know. I'm very curious. I want to see if you guys are like, you know what? I'm still sticking with PSA. I don't care. Or you know what? People are like, you know what? Forget it. I'm going with Beckett. Or let me know if you're like, you know what? I'm going with that new card company, the new grading company. CGC, PSA. CGC, PSA, BGS, CGC, PSA, BGS, CGC, PSA, BGS, PSA, CGC, BGS. Oh, wow. Okay. Keep going. Actually, this is interesting. BGS, PSA. It's almost like you guys can re-go through this chat. It's going way too fast for me, but it's almost looking like it's cut like 33% for each of them. Like, it looks pretty even to me. I see a lot of people with Beckett, a lot of people PSA, and a lot of people with the new grading card company. Like, it's like even right now. So if I had asked you guys this question a year ago, I guarantee you 90% of the people in the chat would say PSA. I guarantee you probably 95% of the people in the chat would say PSA, and like 5 to 10% to maybe 15% would say Beckett. This is what's happening. This is why I'm saying that I think these other grading card companies are going to start taking a bigger chunk of the pie. People are fed up with the wait times. And there are a lot of people that do like Beckett subgrades, especially the cross collectors, new collectors, and even people that just like Beckett more with the subgrades. I'm starting to really like Beckett. I don't know. You guys tell me. It's interesting to see, though. I really feel like PSA is threatened right now. Like, I really feel like they're. I know they have like the huge chunk of the Pokemon market, but I feel like it's starting to go down. It's just my opinion, guys. You guys everybody can have their own opinion here. As always, I love hearing what you guys think. Let's keep rolling here. Julian, thank you for the cool, great conversation question. Sometimes we just start going. This is what happens here. All right, let's go. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm missing super chats as well from you. And Ben says, let me make this bigger so I can see it. Ben says, hey, Rev, what's your opinion on Topps Chrome, Techno, Spectra, Sparkle, and price rises in the future? So if you guys don't know, Topps Chrome boxes and Topps Chrome cards, they're hard to find. I mean, they're the cards that people didn't really collect as a kid. So what happens with that? They don't make as much, right? Because it doesn't sell as well. But the other thing is with Topps, the quality on these things are awesome. I have a Topps box. I will show you guys Topps card. Here, I just have one right up here. So check this out. This one's not sealed, but I got this. Long story. I'll tell you guys about it one day. It was back in my Instagram days. I'll tell you guys about it one day. But check it out. So here's Topps Chrome. So if you guys never seen Topps Chrome before, this is a Topps Chrome box, right? So this was not from Wizards of the Coast. This was back in the day when you were a kid and your parents brought you to go get cards, and they said, well, they don't have base, jungle, or fossil, or rocket, Jimmy. Let me get you these Topps cards. And most kids did not want these because they weren't the cards that they didn't have the original Charizard, you know, the Dragonite and all that stuff. But what happened was they didn't make as much of these. But the thing is, the cards in here are awesome. Here's an example. I mean, it is Eradicate, which isn't obviously the most popular Pokemon, but that's Eradicate. They would put one of the cards on top of the box. If you guys see in my videos, box opening videos, at the top of the screen on the corner there, you can see a Charizard one I've sealed. I have a couple sealed. Anyway, but these are Topps Chrome. So there's different rarities on these. So what I'll show you. It's a love it or hate it thing. Some people hate them, some people love them. I personally, over time, have learned to really like these cards. They're really cool. I mean, they're like full arts. These were like the full arts before full art cards. If I can get this thing open without. Let me bring it over here so I don't mess it up. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. Okay, so check it out. Topps Chrome. I actually opened up one. I had to verify these. It's a long story. I won't get into it right now. It's too long to tell. But this is basically a full box of Topps Chrome. Look for special Spectra Chrome, Sparkle Chrome, and Techno Chrome. So the rarity tiers on these are insane. Number one, because if you want to get, let me see if it has the pull rates on here, on the packs. It's something, it's like 1 per box or 2 per box for the highest tier Techno Chrome. So I don't know if it has on the box here. Let me see. This is Series 1. And Series 2, if you want to find a Series 2 box, good luck. Those are so hard to find. These are really hard to find now, but Series 2 is like literally impossible. I don't think it has the pull rates, but some of them are like 1 in 5 packs, like 1 in 10, and then maybe like 1 in 20 or something like that. And not exact. I'm probably off by a little bit on some of them, but these are them. These are some of the cards, what they look like, and they're going for big bucks. I mean, I'm talking about like thousands of dollars for Techno. And if you have like a Techno Charizard, yikes, forget it. Like, it's just the price that they're going for. So they're sort of getting popular. Not sort of, they have been getting popular. Some people specifically just collect these. And as far as like future growth, it's tough to say really, because a lot of this has to do with the limited supply as well. And if more of them pop up, prices could dip a bit if interest dips too. But it seems like interest has been going up on Topps. I mean, I'll show you guys right here on the screen too. I'll go up on eBay and I'll just type in PSA. Let's do 10. PSA 10 Topps Chrome. And I put Pokemon because Topps did all kinds of series of cards. So I'm going to switch over here. So here's the screen. So Topps Chrome Charizard TV. This one went for $1,300 best offer literally just the other day. And that's not even like a Techno or anything like that. It's probably like the lower rarity tier. And it went for over 1,000 probably. Best offer. And if I even go to like the highest first, I mean, you can see some cards like these are the Technos, the toughest to find. Check it out. Vaporeon, $5,000 are best offer. Nidoking, $2,500 best offer. This Mew went for $2,500. It's a Techno. Techno is the highest rarity tier. All right. Now this is a Spectra, which is the lower one. Spectra, Sparkle, and then Techno. So this one went for $2,000. I mean, not extremely difficult to pull, but pretty hard. It's still hard to get in the 10 too. I mean, so this is what we're seeing, right? Really rare, really old, really good artworks. That's what happens basically. You have all these factors. It has the chase there with Topps Chrome has the chase. I mean, there's a chase. If you guys like a chase for cards, it's like an impossible chase. I don't think anybody's ever completed a PSA 10 Topps Chrome set. Nobody has, and I don't know if anybody will. That's how hard it is to complete. But yeah. And then we also have Jonathan P says with the super chat, more fun questions, not about the economy. What's your favorite card you own? My favorite card is definitely Shining Gyarados. Not about the economy this time. You asked the question about the resellers and scalpers. So my favorite card of all time is the Shining Gyarados. And yeah, that's like my favorite card artwork. If you guys have never seen Shining Gyarados, I think I showed it actually. Somebody pulled up from their collection the first question. There was a Shining Gyarados in there somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Shining Gyarados. That's my favorite card that I have. I have it ungraded. I didn't have it graded. I have it over here somewhere. I'd have to dig for it. But yeah. All right, let's keep it rolling here. Let's jump back into the Q&A form here, and let's see what else we have in here. So, all right. Moving on here. We got Mike. Tried to trick me on that one, Mike. The question is, will base set slow down? Will base set slow down? No. I don't see it slowing down. Base set is literally the entry point for so many people that are getting into Pokemon right now. So many people just start with base set. I mean, that's what I started with. So it's just the first Pokemon cards in English. You got first edition, you got Shadowless, you got Base Unlimited, all those. I don't see any of them slowing down at this point. I really don't. It's just where people come in, and people are going to continue to come in and start with base set. Whether you grew up with it, whether you're from another collectibles category, and you're like, oh, you always start with the first, right? You start in, and the first is, yes, technically first edition base, but it's so out there in price that Base Unlimited now, even Base Unlimited is getting way out there too in Shadowless. So just base in general, no, I don't see it slowing down. But thank you for the question. So let's keep moving on here. We got a question from Paul, a buying and selling question. The goal is to find out if I should open it or not. Question is, hey Rev, I bought the Sun Faded long pack on eBay for $60. Should I keep it sealed? Will it gain value? Even though it's Sun Faded, it's unweighed, guaranteed. So let's see what we got here. We do have it. Okay, so we have a Sun Faded Team Rocket booster pack. So Sun Fade basically means, and this is actually a good thing to bring up here, and I want to tell you guys about the sun, right? We all love the sun. The sun, without the sun, we wouldn't be here. But you don't want to put your Pokemon cards in the sun. Okay? You don't want to put your Pokemon cards in the sun because they won't be here too much longer with the sun. And so what happens is they get sun faded. And I will tell you guys, it is a lot quicker than you think. If you think you can leave your something out and like it gets sunlight like every day for like 3 months, you're probably gonna get sun faded. You probably will get sun faded. So keep that in mind. Keep collectibles, keep packs, keep booster boxes, keep even PSA cards. That does not protect it from the sun. Okay? Keep it out of the sun. Otherwise, this happens. You get sun faded. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Paul. There's no way that you can really guarantee that this pack is guaranteed to be unweighed. I mean, you could say it's guaranteed, but it's like, where did it come from, et cetera, et cetera. So that's what happens with loose packs. Really, a lot of it does come down to the seller as well. So a lot of people more that are well known in the collectibles and stuff that have like either a brand name or a store name or just like a track record, they're more likely to have that sort of like trust with it. So I mean, you guys see on the channel here, like we open up booster boxes, and that's like the best way to make sure that you're getting unweighed packs. Now, I don't know how you could really guarantee this, especially since it's sun faded, which means it had to have been out of the factory sealed case. So, over time, yeah, it's going to keep going up in value, but I just don't really know how you can guarantee that it's unweighed in this sort of like form here. Buying a loose pack off of eBay, you can't really guarantee it. But either way, it's going to keep going up in value. It is sun faded, and yeah, you could open it. You could take the risk. It's always the risk, but you don't know. I mean, unless you're super 100% confident in the seller, then yeah, I guess then it could be unweighed. But it's really just becomes a thing of like trust, because then somebody else gets it, then the next person gets it, then somebody else sells it, the next person gets it. It's like you don't know the history of where these packs. This pack could have been through like 10 different owners at some point. So, yeah, you don't really. A lot of times you don't really know, unless you do know. You have a way to know for sure, then you know. Let's go. Batro just says, good morning, fam. Hope everyone is having an amazing Saturday and be safe. Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by. Rhino Dido says, oh, okay. Actually, you were the first question, so you had the big collection there. Next question, though. Tudu Show. There's a collecting question, and the question is, what is your favorite Pokemon item in your collection that is not related to cards, toys, posters, memorabilia, etc.? Oh, wait, that is not related to cards, so it can be toys, posters, memorabilia, etc. I would say, if it's not related to cards, video games. I have yet to show you guys my video game collection. I have a collection of mostly Nintendo 64, some GameCube, Game Boy, video games. A lot of it's all factory sealed systems, exclusive, and systems that came bundled with different things. I was collecting video games for a while. I just haven't had the time to jump back into it, but I did that a lot last year and the year before, I believe. So that would be definitely my favorite. Like if I wasn't in Pokemon cards, or Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards and just TCGs in general, I'd be in video games, like really into it. I just don't have the time to dedicate to it at the moment with that. So, but yeah, definitely video games. I love those, and I got to do some videos on those soon, because that market's crazy as well, and just collecting them is awesome. So, let's see here. Let me jump back to the live Q&A, guys. I hope you're having a good time in there and just chatting it up. Again, if you have questions, make sure you put it in the form. The form is in the description. Pokebob, hey dude, thank you again for the super chat. Rev, can you look at my Q&A? I think you'll like what you see. Hey dude, absolutely. So basically, what I see on the first off, thank you again for the super chat. But so what I see on the form is basically like a number 1 through whatever, and then I just click the next arrow, and then it goes to the next question. So I can't like search for your name or anything, unfortunately. So that's why it's usually like a first sort of like ask question, and then I go through them because I can't like search. But I think I should definitely be able to get to your question without a doubt, dude. Because I remember when you first sent that chat a while ago. When you sent the chat a while ago, there weren't a ton, so I should definitely still be able to get to yours as well. But I also want to welcome our newest member here to the Poke Cave. We got Connor T. Welcome to the Poke Cave Adventure Tier. Thank you so much for joining up to the membership and being a part of the Poke Cave. Make sure you check out the community tab for the members exclusive posts, which will give you information on how to jump into the members exclusive openings. Which reminds me, tomorrow, guys, I know I said I was going to probably do it like yesterday or today, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I'm going to announce the next members opening. I thank you guys for being patient with me. I had to take some time to really figure it out and make sure that I can make it happen, because it's going to be pretty crazy, in my opinion, what we're doing for the members opening. I'm really excited for it, but I had to make sure I could do it. I didn't want to overpromise and then underdeliver for you guys, but now I can do it. Now I can promise it tomorrow during the live opening that we have tomorrow. I'll put it on the community tab. We also got a chat coming in from Toronto Opal. Thank you for the super chat. What's the fastest turnaround time to grade my new perfect Rainbow Zard? Are EX Dragon Packs worth buying? And how much should they be? All right, let me do the first question. So the fastest turnaround time to get your cards graded. Your new perfect Zard. So this is what's happening is a lot of people are saying going with Beckett or the new grading company for the turnaround times, because with Beckett, let me see if I can get in here and look at it. Let me see if I can get into the Beckett system on here. I'm not logged in again, so it makes it a little bit more difficult when I'm not logged in to look at like certain things. Let me see. All right, so I'm on Beckett, and I think you might have to log in to see. If I go to grading, maybe I can do like grading prices, compare services. That might be it. Yeah. Beckett Grading Services. So, here we go. Okay. What you want to do is if you want the fastest, I would say go with Beckett, do 2-day. It's $125. But your card could be worth thousands if it's, a Beckett 10. What you want to do is do the 2-day. I would do subgrades. I don't really like when you don't do the subgrades on Beckett cards. I mean, it's only $50 for no subgrades, but I would say do the subgrades. A lot of people buy Beckett cards for the subgrades. It's $125 plus shipping there, shipping back, and insurance. So you might be talking $175 really, or more at that point. I would do that, and I would say with Beckett, their turnaround times are not bad, especially for 2-day. Like 2-day, basically, I think they say just double whatever their turnaround time is shown on here. So like 2-day would probably be more like a 4-day plus time to get there, get back. So it's really fast. So I would do Beckett 2-day. That would be my opinion. Okay. So, and then the other question that you had was, what are EX Dragon Packs? Are EX Dragon Packs worth buying? How much should they be? Well, they could be worth buying if you're into the EX era Pokemon cards. I haven't really checked the prices on EX Dragon Packs, but I mean, I can pull them up here on eBay. That's what it's all about. We can find out things together. So, EX Dragon, and I'm on eBay right now. I'm gonna take out Frontiers, because you'll see a lot of Frontiers. So if you put a minus in front of something, it'll actually get rid of that. And then I'm going to put Pack. So EX Dragon Pack. So I'm not seeing any Dragon Frontiers. So EX Dragon, I mean, it's a great set from the EX era. Is it worth buying? It could be for you. It really depends. In terms of like an investment, could also maybe be. It's tough to say, but the EX era is really, those are tough to find. And then you just want to go to maybe like sold. But keep in mind that, I don't know why we got a fish here. But anyway, keep in mind, like this was $275 or best offer, but keep in mind like loose packs on eBay most of the time go for less than from like a booster, like a sealed booster box. So keep that in mind. Like you don't know if you're buying like a pack that was weighed. So keep that in mind. But EX era, I mean, it's I'll tell you guys one thing with EX era, they're tough to find. They're really tough to find. I mean, EX era is ridiculous in terms of like rarity. So maybe they're worth about $200 a pack, something like that. I'm seeing all different prices on here, and in terms of like if it's worth buying, if you're into it, if you're into EX era, definitely. But there's no definite answer on that. All right. Let's go. Let's see what else we got going on here in the chat. We have Jake says, "Hey Rev, what's the difference between of PSA and BGS on the market? Is there any, and what's better in your opinion? I've never had anything graded before. Thank you." So PSA and BGS on the market, what's the difference? So basically how it works, we did hit this, so I don't know when you sent this chat, and thank you for the super chat. I don't know when you sent that in, but we did have a long discussion in terms of like PSA and Beckett. So PSA owns the market, but Beckett, this is how the pricing normally seems to be laid out. So a Beckett 9 would be like, if we're just doing from 9s to 10s, Beckett 9 in terms of pricing and like card condition would be the lowest. So Beckett 9, right? Then Beckett 9.5, then PSA 10, then Beckett 10 pristine, then Beckett 10 black label. So the thing is with Beckett, if you think that you could get a higher grade than a Beckett 9.5, if you think you can get a Beckett 10 pristine, normally there's a higher premium, a good amount higher premium on a Beckett 10 pristine over a PSA 10. Then, I mean, a Beckett black label is super, super difficult to get. If you think you have a shot at that too, then it's worth going for the Beckett. But the thing is with Beckett, it's kind of like a gamble because you could get a Beckett 9.5, but the card condition could be good enough for a PSA 10, but a Beckett 9.5, normally the pricing is under a PSA 10 by a good chunk. So it's like a gamble with Beckett in that term. Because you could be, all right, I'm shooting for the Beckett 10 pristine. Maybe a Beckett black label, and the pricing is just going to be worth so much more than a PSA 10. But you could shoot yourself in the foot because you could only end up with a Beckett 9.5s when that card could definitely be a PSA 10. So it's like, that's kind of like how it works. Hopefully that makes sense. But that's how I always see it with Beckett. So let's jump back into the live Q&A form, and I will jump back into the super chats as well. I'm trying to keep up with you guys, and I appreciate all of the support and everybody just being here and being a part of this. So back on the forum, we got a question from Eric. It's a buying and selling question. The goal is to be just like you, or 10% of you. Oh, dude, you're doing better because you're being yourself, Eric. So I appreciate that. But yep, just be better, dude. Be yourself. And the question is, do you think the first edition Neogenesis booster box will surge soon? It has one card almost as much as the box in PSA 10 with low pop, just like first edition base. So yeah, actually Genesis has surged quite a lot this year. I mean, holy cow. If we go back to, so here's the thing. You can check prices on eBay further than 3 months ago. And there's a website that you can do that on, but you need to pay monthly. You know what? I think I should really be signed up for these, because actually that could give us an even better understanding of the market, and we can actually go back even further. So I'll show you guys. It's called Worth Point. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. Let me know. Put a hashtag yes if you've heard of it before. Hashtag no if you haven't. But Worth Point keeps track of prices from eBay and other marketplaces years and years you can look through. Whereas eBay, once 3 months is there, it's over. I mean, that's it. So if you check on here and you signed up for a membership, you can actually look through it. So the Ultimate Price Guide with over 545 million prices, including details and images. $43.99 a month after the free trial. So it's like $24, or sorry, $24.99 a month. $23.99 a month after free trial. Research and marks. Your identification and origin research guide. I don't need that. So you can do a free trial, but it's kind of expensive. I mean, it's $24 a month, but you do get access to like looking through the history. So a lot of people have not heard of this because I've never actually brought this up to you guys, and I randomly stumbled upon it years ago. But like, so if I wanted to look up first Neogenesis box, I could do it on here. So check this out. You can go back in time, guys. So I can actually do by the sale date. I can do by I think I do it by the marketplace as well. Advanced search. Location, worldwide, source. Well, it's either eBay or other, so I'm not sure what the other marketplace, but I'll leave it. You do categories, which you should probably, leave the categories on for the most part. Search by title. Show only items with images. Yeah. So you can do it by sale date. And you could go back. I mean, I'll go back to the last page here. Like, this goes back to 2006. So, really, if I try this right now, we could actually take a peek. But the thing is, they only let you look at a certain amount of listings per day, I think. So, like, if I wanted to sign up for the trial, yeah, see, like, they only going to let me look up 7 items. So, basically, you need to sign up for the membership. So, I might sign up for the membership then. I can't do it now because I have to put in my credit card and all that stuff. But next time, for the next live, I'll add this in. And we can actually go through and look at stuff. I think it'd be really fun. You guys might be completely shocked at what stuff was going for. But, like, if we go back to, see, like, I can't look at the prices, but, like, earlier this year, I'm going to say, I want to say Neogenesis boxes at the beginning of this year were, I don't know. It's tough to remember. Maybe 7,000? Maybe something like that. But I think I'd be willing to pay this if it definitely helps us here with, like, the live. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll definitely add that in maybe next week and put that in as something that we can use. But, like, I feel like they were maybe 7,000 and now they're, I don't know how much they are right now. I think they might be like 25 to 30,000 for a booster box. So Neogenesis first box. Okay, Kanto's Finest actually said that as well. I think they're going for 7,000 at the start of 2020. So I think we're probably on point with that. It probably was about 7. And so, I mean, they've seen explosive growth this year, like most Wizards of the Coast boxes. But Neogenesis in particular really is one of those that blew up. So, okay, so looks like one sold for 22 or best offer, but that was all the way back in August, which is a long time ago in comparison to now. Let me see what's listed. 35 or best offer, 35 or best offer, 30 or best offer. So right now, if you want to get one on eBay, you'd have to go on here and try to put in an offer on this box. Maybe you can get it for, and be careful. This is a seller that has 0 feedback. So there's a good chance that they don't even have these boxes. Let me see. All right, this one has photos of a booster box in a case on a counter. You really what you want to do is you want to compare photos of their listings. If they see, like, if their listings are all different types of photos, they could be just still photos. This one's on a counter too. Now, is it the same counter? This is, and you guys might think this is crazy, but this is what you have to do to help verify sellers that have low feedback, because really they could have, sometimes low feedback sellers could have a really good deals, but, like, it's a big risk. It looks to me like the counters could be the same. There was a window in the background, but they could have took this one later in the day because there's not much light. So those photos could be similar. They kind of look, this one's not as bright. That doesn't mean, and then let's look at this one though. Yeah, I see that window in the background? You guys might think I'm crazy for doing this, but this is, like, legitimately what you should do. Like, I'm not even kidding, because, all right, so look at this. So there's a window there. There's, like, an oven. So yeah, that's the same. See, that's, like, right here, but it's just a different angle. I can't, for some reason, I can't zoom in on this photo, though. So this could be a legitimate seller. But just be careful. I don't know for sure, but that's, like, some of the things you got to do some detective work. Both have marble counters. So, Skittles, hey, I appreciate the comment. Thank you for being here. So, yeah, just keep that in mind. It could just be, these could be fake, though. Like, 100% could easily be fake. They created their account September 21st. No selling history, or anything like that. You know, they could all 3 of them could be stolen photos from one seller. So be careful. All right. I don't even know how I got to this discussion, guys. Half the time I don't know how we got here. We just start going. Oh, that's how. From Eric asking about Genesis booster boxes. Yeah. So in terms of like the future pricing on Neogenesis booster boxes, tough to say. I mean, I would going back to one of the things I was saying, a lot of people that are interested in the market, a lot of them are, like I said, are going for Gen 1 stuff, specifically earlier Gen 1 like base, rocket, fossil, jungle, maybe the gym sets. So, as people move further in the collectibles and learn more as they go, then I think that, yeah, the boxes could continue to climb up for sure. I mean, like, it just goes back to being original Wizard of the Coast stuff. It's a first print of Gen 2. I mean, that's the rookie cards of Generation 2 Pokemon. It's always going to get rarer. More boxes will get opened up, and I could see it continuing the trend over time. All right. So I see a lot of you guys are trying to trick me with the names, but I caught 2 of you. I got another one, Liz. Come on, you guys got to do better than that. Trying to get me with the. You guys got to do better. All right. So question is, how will the market change in a year? It's a pretty broad question, but as more people jump in, as more Pokemon gets more exposure, more people are going to jump in. People that potentially have more cash available to spend, and over time I feel like this year specifically, like the rest of this year, all of next year, I feel like it's just going to continue what's happening now, but maybe even at a faster pace. So don't be surprised, guys. I'm like, if like a base unlimited booster box next year, at the end of next year, is like a $50,000 box. Like, not that it's going to be, but like, I personally would not be surprised if something like that happened, because base is literally like, that is where people jump in. And you really can't get first edition base set booster boxes anymore. Shadowless, it's like, to find one of those, the same thing. It's really tough. Even if you find one, you don't know for sure a lot of times. But like, so base box of Pokemon cards. Base box Pokemon. Let's see what we can find on eBay. Let's see what's happening right now with base. Like, I like to once in a while jump in to base set and just kind of see what is actually happening. So let's jump in and see like what's going on right now. Base box. I'm trying to be as broad as possible. I'll just do highest to lowest. So first edition base box at $200,000. All right, that's what that one's listed at. There is a green wing. There is, and we're going through. I just want to see like the cheapest base limited box right now that you could buy on eBay. I'm just curious to see. 29, 30,000, 30, 30, 30, 30, 28, 28, 25, 25. So here's one for auction. $20,000 starting bid. I don't think you get anything less than that at the moment. So, yeah. Right now, the cheapest available option on eBay would be $20,000 starting bid. Let me get rid of these. Where are we at here? Okay. So $20,000 starting bid, and it's got a big tear on the top. Like, or a cut. So that happens when, basically you get that, like, if you guys see this cut, like right here, it's right in the middle, it's going down that way. So how that happens basically is they come in like a case, and there's 6 booster boxes in a case. So there's 3 on top and 3 on the bottom. What happens is if you push and you cut that case open and you push your knife in too far, you can kind of like nick the booster box and cut it. So that's what happened with this, is that when it was opened up out of the case, this got nicked and they cut into the box. So that's how you can tell what that is if you see it in the middle there. So that's like a case cut, basically, is how that would happen. So overall, it's a clean box, though. Besides that cut, it's got a case and everything to go with it. But that's like the starting bit. So I'm curious as to what that might go for. And like base set has seen tremendous growth as well this year. I mean, they were going for 4,000 at the beginning of the year. So keep that in mind. 4, 8, 12, 6, like 5x at least on base unlimited right now. So we're going to see what happens to those as well. Let's keep going, though, through the Q&A form here. We got Philip with a market question. And the question is, what do you think about new grading companies? Is it worth grading there for the future? So we hit this a couple times in this live as well. But, yeah, so for like turnaround times, the newest grading company, yeah, you're going to get bigger turnaround or quicker turnaround times. And you can get the cards back faster. You get the grades on them as well, but they're not as well established in Pokemon cards grading. So let's see how they're looking here in terms of like what is available on the market, because last time we checked there weren't a lot of CGCs. I'm assuming you're talking about CGC. So let's switch back over here. So CGC, there are 1,200 listings right now for CGC cards. I think we might have checked about 2 weeks ago to 3 weeks ago. There were only, there were probably only like a couple hundred, honestly, when we checked last time. And then when we checked sold, wow, 600. So people are buying these guys. If I can go to end it recently, October 3rd, today. So some selling today, a bunch selling yesterday. Yeah, they're selling. People want to buy them. So, wow. Okay. This is a lot more sales than, but we are seeing loose cards, which is kind of annoying when people put that PSA, CGC, BGS question mark in the title. That means like they're just getting the search results. So it kind of just messes with how many actual listings there are. So you could do like a minimum of maybe like $20 on the search, might help a little bit. So yeah, actually brings it down quite a bit. 465 and only 100 off of that. So there's a lot. I'm seeing a lot more graded CGC cards on the market. People are buying them. People are accepting them. So I mean, I didn't know what to expect, but it seems like they're starting to gain traction a little bit. But of course, if you compare that to PSA though, and you put PSA Pokemon in the search, I mean, you're gonna get blown away with the search results here, because like we go here, you got over 30,000 listings. So that's like a 30x on what CGC had. Although CGC, last time I checked, only had like a couple hundred on the market. So it seems like more people are going with them to get the cards back and just have them. But 50,000 sold with PSA. So this is where I'm seeing it right here, 50,000 results. Then if we do Beckett, we could try BGS. I would assume they have the second most with 2,600, which is actually getting pretty close to the new grading company, CGC, and 1,700. So CGC is actually they're catching Beckett. I mean, in terms of like the listings, at least, that are on the market, 1,700. CGC has like 1,200. And last time we checked, again, CGC was way lower. So CGC might be catching Beckett a bit here. Got to keep our eyes on the new grading company. But 2,600 sold, and seems to me like, let's see, October 2nd. Seems to me like they're selling about the same, like CGC and Beckett on the market right now. It's very interesting. I wasn't expecting that. So like, again, we we learn things together here at the same time a lot of times. So it's pretty interesting to see that. I wasn't totally expecting to see that though. But I'm going to jump back into the live chat here, and I apologize. I'm missing a lot of your guys' chats. So I'm going to jump in here and see what we got here. Jose S., thank you for the 999 super chat, dude. I appreciate that so much. I just found Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur Topps Chrome cards in pretty good condition as you were talking about them. I just don't know the rarity tiers. Yeah, so the rarity tiers on those, again, I had it like right here. Oh, wrong screen. So where am I at here? Yeah, so I had this, and basically the rarity tier, it's like Spectra, Sparkle, and Techno. But it's hard to tell which card is a Spectra or Sparkle or Techno if you don't know what you're looking for. So that's the one thing. So you got to kind of keep an eye out on what exactly to see on the rarity tiers. I'm not like an expert in seeing the difference, like which one's a Techno and what versus what. You have to look at the pattern and stuff and get an eye for it, honestly. There might be able to see the number on the actual card, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So, but yeah, they're fun to collect. They're a lot of fun to collect, and they can be pretty valuable. So also, Jonathan P., thank you for the super chat. And thank you, Stephen L., for the super chat as well. Jonathan P. says, what's your favorite sealed product you own? Your favorite artwork for set/pack artwork, and least favorite of those three? Okay, that's an interesting question. What's your favorite sealed product you own? My favorite sealed product I own? I mean, it would be easy for me to say first edition base set. A shadowless booster box would be like another thing I would say. But in terms of like my favorite, I really like Neo Revelation, but that's another one. I don't know if I could say it was my favorite. is tough. It's tough to say. I like the unique. Like I have a lot of like top stuff that I could show you guys. Like the Topps Chrome 2 box could be like one of my favorites as well. I did a video actually. I think on my top favorite collectibles in my collection. So I think my Topps box was in that though. But I don't know if I could say like a number one. It's kind of tough. And then the other part of your question was your favorite artwork for a set. So my favorite artwork, of course, is I said this before earlier, but Shining Gyarados, like my favorite artwork for sure. I love Shining Gyarados. My favorite pack artwork, I'd have to go with the OG Charizard from base set pack artwork. And my least favorite of those three, my least favorite sealed product. I don't know. I don't know if I have a least favorite. Maybe like a modern thing, like maybe like maybe like Steam Siege, or like maybe one of like the less popular X and Y or like Sun and Moon boxes. Probably would be my least favorite. My least favorite artwork probably be like a Mr. Mime, dude. I don't know. Mr. Mime kind of creeps me out half the time. Although I do like when I pull them and it's like it's kind of funny to see Mr. Mime in those weird like artworks. See, it's like it's a love hate type thing with Mr. Mime. And then my least favorite my least favorite pack artwork. I don't know. I never really thought about that. I'll have to think about. I'll have to get back to you on the least favorite pack artwork though. But thank you for the question. And Brandon says with the super chat, dude, I appreciate the super chat. PokeRev, overpromise. It's super effective. Take your time, bud. You're a busy man. Hey, I appreciate you hanging in there with me, guys. I'm gonna announce it tomorrow though, so try my best. But thank you. Thank you guys for being here though. So let's go. Toronto says a card shop that's been around since base set first edition locally doesn't sell online, only puts out a couple packs at a time unweighed on the shelf since release. Oh, okay. So you probably sent, if you guys were here earlier, you probably sent in the question about the Rocket Sun Faded pack. So there you go. So that's a way that like if you have some like super like inside like info or something like that, like a crazy connect like that, then yeah, you could probably guarantee that it's unweighed. So something crazy like that where it's like you have a card shop that's been open since first edition base. They have stuff in the back they've been holding for 2 decades, and they slowly put out a couple packs like every once in a while. So there you go. Yeah, so I guess you can guarantee it's unweighed for sure as long as the owner's 100% upfront with it, which is cool. So I mean, if it's unweighed and you can guarantee it, something like that, maybe keep it sealed then. Maybe keep it sealed. What else we got here, though? Jumping back into trying to keep up with you guys. You guys are faster than me. Jeff the Ref, dude, I appreciate the super chat. PokeRev, always with the fresh cut. It's my old haircutting days. One thing I got out of it is I can always give myself a haircut whenever I feel like it. And I also want to welcome Bradley G to the PokeCave membership, as well as RJ Collects. Thank you both for joining up to the PokeCave membership. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys being here and being a part of it. So welcome to the PokeCave. Mike M says, with the super chat, says, do you think Champions Path ETBs will still grow with reprints coming? So, well, there's not technically a reprint coming of Champions Path ETBs. It's technically a second run of which they were originally supposed to get out. So if you didn't know, guys, Champions Path they were supposed to have all of the stuff was supposed to be done when the release date was here, whatever that was, like a week or 2 ago. It was all supposed to be finished up, and they were supposed to get it all out. What happened was Pokemon got so backed up that they didn't get it out in time. So you're going to see like a second wave of Champions Path products coming within the next couple of weeks. So it's not technically a second print run, but I know what you mean. So no, I don't think it's really going to be that big of a deal. I would say like the allocations, if maybe like 60 to 70%, maybe like 60% was released when the release date came, and then they're going to have like another 40% come out. I think it's still just going to, demand's just way too high for it, and it's just going to be people just like chomping at the jaw to grab it. But the ETBs in particular, it has so much value. I don't see it dropping. I mean, there's so much value in the ETBs. You got the loose Charizard full art promo card. I mean, that alone is crazy value. You got the 10 packs, you get all the sleeves, everything that's in there. The outside of the box looks insanely nice. I mean, either way, those are not really going to be going for a retail price like ever, in my opinion. There's just too much value in them. It's probably the best ETB within the past 5 years with Hidden Fates. So I don't see it being something that's going to be, too crazy. But JD, thank you as well for the super chat. Thoughts on Logan Paul's first edition box opening? So yes, Logan Paul is going to be opening. I think he officially announced it. So he officially announced that he's opening up the first edition base set booster box, which you won on, I believe, was Heritage Auctions for close to $200,000. And yeah, I think it'll be awesome. I'm totally going to tune into that and check it out. So I think it'll be, number one, it's going to be crazy for the hobby, because how many people are going to be, millions and millions of people are probably going to be viewing that over time. And it's just Logan Paul, yeah, I think it's going to be pretty big for the hobby. I think a lot of people are going to be getting into Pokemon from watching that in particular. So it'll be cool to see. Hopefully he pulls the Charizard or more than one, and the Blastoise. I'd like to see a Mewtwo as well. Amtastic, thank you so much for the $20 super chat, dude. I appreciate that. Sorry I'm late. There's a shop near me selling 12 unweighed. I know this because I bought one and it's 21 grams. Is 300 per pack a good price? 12 unweighed. Oh, you didn't tell me what the set was. Sorry I'm late. There's a shop next to me selling 12 unweighed. What's the unweighed? If you're still in the chat, Amantastic, let me know in the live chat. I'll try to see if I can catch it in there. So 300 a pack. Now I need to know what it is. Let us know. We want to know what it is. Simple Sailor. Hey, dude, I appreciate you being here as always. Thank you for the super chat. PokeRev, please make sure you get enough sleep. We need you to stay healthy and strong. Thank you for always going hard in the PokeRev. Hey, dude, I appreciate that, Simple Sailor. Appreciate you being here. I think sometimes I look a little bit more tired than I might be because, I got those Italian under the eyes, like bags, jeans, passed down to me. So sometimes I look a little bit more tired than I am, but I appreciate you looking out for me. And yeah, I'm doing well though, and just always having a fun time, trying to push it as hard as I can, but at the same time making sure to keep myself in check. So thank you for looking out for me though, Super Solar. And I want to see if you're here in the chat. Sorry, who sent that again? Amantastic. I don't know. You might not be here because these are long live Q&As. If you guys know, we do these every Saturday morning, so we always kick it and have a good time. In the chat, you guys are having a good time as well. So I guess it's unlimited base, said a couple people. I assume he means base set. Okay, so base set unlimited for 300 a pack unweighed. Yeah, I feel like that's... Let me see. So what I would do is I would just calculate that out. I'm assuming a base unlimited booster box at this point is going to be like at a minimum of $20,000, believe it or not, at this point. So 20,000 divided by 36 gets you to $555 a pack. So if they're truly unweighed, I would say that's probably a good price in today's market. If you can guarantee they're unweighed, I would... Yeah, I can't believe how much they're going for now. I mean, because that's just what happens when the box price increases, then the price to acquire them gets so much higher, which means that the pack prices will also become much more as well. So I haven't really checked the market on those a lot, but just basing it off of what a base unlimited box might go for, I feel like at this point now it is a good price. Believe it or not. Which is crazy to think because we go back 6 months and it was nowhere near that. Jonathan P. Hey, appreciate it. Best answers. And then Super Seller with another chat said, rumor is that GameStop is restocking Hidden Fates October 21st or 25th. Ooh, keep an eye out. Thank you for the heads up, Simple Sailor. As always, I will I'll give you guys heads up too. I'm gonna try to tweet it out. So I don't really use Twitter, but if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me over there on Twitter at PokeRev. Just type that in on Twitter. I still am so new to Twitter. I have no idea how it works. So if you guys tweeted me before or something and I didn't see it, it's just because I literally don't know. I've never used Twitter until like 3 months ago. I made a Twitter. And I've been trying to keep up with it, so I think like I might try to tweet out things when like heads up for product in stocks on certain websites or pre-orders come up. I think it'll be cool. So if you want to follow me over there, I'll try to do it. I'll try to keep up. Also follow me over on Instagram. I'm pretty active on Instagram. Just type in PokeRev on Instagram and give me a follow over there. Check it out. And I do a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and that's kind of where I keep up besides YouTube. That's where I started, was with Instagram. I've been on Instagram doing lots of like behind the scenes stuff and collecting photos and stuff for probably like 5 years now. So, but let's jump back into, and really quickly, Amantastic says, sorry, it's based on limited. Okay. I think at this point it's a good price. I mean, at this point I really do. So it's interesting to see that, but because that's what happens now. People are going to have to open up base unlimited boxes that are $20,000 plus, and when you put it out per pack price, it's $555, and that's just the natural like progression of it, basically. So that would be like the only way to start acquiring more on unweighed packs straight from a box. But let's go. I'm going to jump back into the Q&A form. Let's see what the next question is on here. So Alan has a market question. And the goal is to make smart PSA slab purchases. Hey, PokeRev, I've been collecting PSA slabs of the Heart Gold and Soul Silver Prime Hollows from 2010 and was wondering if they are smart investments. Do you think 2020 we are all in an inflated bubble and the later prices will drop in 2021? Thanks. So, my personal opinion, take it for what it's worth, is that I think the Pokemon market is still going to be climbing through the rest of this year, through 2021. I mean, there's just so much going on. I think we're just getting started. I mean, again, as people were mentioning, Logan Paul's opening the first edition base box. I mean, you can imagine how many people are going to jump into Pokemon after seeing that. I mean, that's going to be super exciting and super just expand past the Poketubers, right? Because you guys know, like, Poketubers have, like, are like, niche of people that watch, but, like, somebody like Logan Paul or, like, a bigger, like, like Gary Vee or people where they have, like, they grab everybody, right? I mean, there's not, like, one specific type of person that watches their content. It's like it's there's so many different like niches and like things of people that watch all that stuff. So when that happens, the general like public or like more people start learning about it, Pokemon collecting and investing and stuff. So I think that's going to be huge. Pokemon 25th anniversary, and it's just every day, nonstop people, emails, DMs, and people just brand new to Pokemon here in the chat as well. I like to do this once in a while, but guys, let me know right now if you're in this live chat. We got about 900 people here. Go in the live chat, click the little button that says live chat. It's right next to the like button and the subscribe button. Click those two if you didn't click them already. But click on the live chat. Put a hashtag new if you just started collecting Pokemon cards this year in 2020. Just got back to Pokemon card collecting or investing or whatever. Just Pokemon cards in general. And even if you collected Pokemon cards like back in the day, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, whatever. Let me know. I want to see how many new people are here. And I would say new within this year. And we'll see, like just in this live chat, how many new people are here. But here we go. All right, now they're rolling in. I'm on like a 10-second delay. It's just flying through. New. I guess we got old as well, but new. Like I could say new as fast as I can, and I can't keep up with the chat. So, lot of new people here. And that's just like this is just our little like our community here that we have. So, but yeah, I think that's going to continue. All right. Pokebob, we got to your question now. This is a buying and selling question. The goal is to resell after PSA grading. Rev, I just picked up these cards for $14 a card. Can you look at them and give me an idea of what they will grade? Thanks, man. Hey, dude, let's check it out, Pokebob. So thank you for being patient, but getting to your question now. And I'm going to pull up. You got a bunch of photos here, so I'll start off with the first one. We have a we got a Blastoise. So Blastoise from Base Set Unlimited. So right away, we have, so it's in like a top loader and penny sleeve, so that kind of makes it a little bit difficult to see exactly what's going on. But if I look at, and it's on an angle, so that's one of the things, but the angles are good to see like if there are print lines. But then for like the centering, well, you probably have more photos. Let's see. Yeah, so there you go. So centering, I thought it was off left to right, but I couldn't tell from that photo. So the one thing I can't really tell you is if there's scratches on the hollow. I'd never be able to really tell in the actual top loader. But let's see if you have some more photos here. All right, I did see that one. Let me see the next one here. I got, okay. So I don't think you showed, so Pokebob, one of the other things is, unless I missed it, I don't think I see any back photos of that. Oh wait, maybe there is a back photo. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to go through your photos here. There's a decent chunk of them, so I think the third photo you sent was supposed to be a photo of the back of the Blastoise, but you sent the same one as the first one like 2 times. So, unless this is the back of it. I'm going to say maybe this is the back of the Blastoise. So, I mean, once you start seeing creases too, like I could, I think it, yeah, it's definitely a crease up here. That might be dog hair or something over here, whitening. So it's tough to see the whitening as well because it is on a white background. So it's pretty tough for me to give you like an estimate on this Blastoise just because of the photos. But I mean, I could tell you with the crease right off the bat, you're probably dropped down to like a 6. I can see whitening on there. So you might be somewhere like a 6 on this card, just based off of like just what I could see. There could be more that I'm not seeing as well, but we do have a Typhlosion, which is interesting. And the centering's pretty good on this one. It's off like left to right a bit. And then again, like I wouldn't be able to, maybe that's a scratch or it could be the top loader. That's the only thing on that. Let me see what other photos I have on here of the Typhlosion. I don't know if I have a back photo of the Typhlosion though. It could be in here. It could just be mixed up, like lost in the sauce. Maybe this is it. So maybe this is it. So the back looks good though. It doesn't really look like it's played much, although it could be because there's a white background. It's a little bit tougher to see. But I mean, you could maybe have like a 9 on this card, an 8 or a 9. It's tough to tell. I don't think it would be the 10 top to bottom is off a little too much for the 10 on the Typhlosion. So not 100% sure on that one. But either way, for what you paid on the cards, totally worth it. And then the Gengar. So the Gengar, same thing. It's tough to see on this. Centering is off top to bottom a bit and left to right. So you might be looking at like maybe like a 9 or something on the Gengar, maybe an 8 or 9. I can't really see though what else is going on. But just based off of what I could see, Pokebob, probably around that. So I appreciate you sending in the photos and best of luck with those cards. So Zika with the 499 super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Check the Instagram DMs. Thank you, Rev. Much love. Hey, I will do my best to try to check Instagram DMs. If you guys can shoot me emails, that's probably the better way to get in contact with me. My DMs kind of get flooded quite a bit. So yeah, it's tough to find them, but and then I don't know what your name would be on Instagram. So just try to resend it. If you sent me something, if you did send me something and it was like probably like 6 hours ago, resend it again and try to get it to the top, and I'll take a peek. But yeah, if you did have like a question, maybe you sent it on Instagram. I'll try to check right now to see. I'll try to see if I could. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough for me to find stuff on here. I'm not sure which one is you. Oh wait, maybe this is you. Oh wait. This might be you. Let me see. Whoa, that's a lot of photos. Oh, yeah, I think this is you. Whoa. Okay, so that's a lot of photos. You got like 50 photos. Okay, so let me see what you said. You said, give me 1 second, guys. So you said, my friend has them and wants to sell them all to me. All this and a sealed Pokemon Gold Game Boy Color for $1,300. Should I? If they grade some of the cards, they would probably do it. Do it. Buy it. The gold alone is worth more than that. That's like a crazy good deal. I don't even have to look through all the cards to tell you to do that. Because Pokemon Gold, I know it has a ding in it. I mean, you got Charizards in there. You got base set, legendary collection. Yeah, Shadowless Charizard. Yeah, that's 100% a buy. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Well, I mean, like, so you could see like a sealed, like, if I could show you guys, maybe you'll be able to see it on here. So like a sealed Game Boy Pokemon Gold. Um, Here's like the back. I mean, these have been going up and up like crazy. Pokemon Gold. Like, there's that. And then like you had a ton of like binders of cards. I mean, just the Shadowless Charizard alone, even no matter what it grades, really. And like, oh, you have all the other. I mean, and then like this is like just there's like he sent me like 50, probably like 50 pages of cards. Like here's just one page, right? Like that's just one page. That's why I just right off the bat said, yeah, that's a good deal. um, like you got Charizard level X. You got Charizard. It's yeah, yeah, definitely cool. Good luck with that. If you get that in, let me know. Let us know in the Poke Cave for sure. Hopefully it works out for you. But let's see what else we got here. Where we at? So I'm gonna jump back into the live Q&A. Pirate Den, dude, thank you so much for the super chat. That is incredibly generous. Yo, Rev, hope you're having a good day. When you get a chance, you can check your Instagram DMs. I send a message expressing my gratitude for your impact on me. Hey, absolutely, Pirate Den. I'll definitely go through and check that out. I'm really happy to hear that. One of the things though too is that if you do send me something on Instagram and like your name is different, so like say you're not Pirate Den on Instagram, I'm gonna have like a pretty difficult time to find you. So if you could, oh wait, I think I found you. Oh, you are Pirate Den on here. Let's see. Oh yeah, I think this is you. Hey man, hope you're doing well. First, let me tell you that you are one of my main reasons I started collecting Pokemon TCG. I'm in my mid-30s and never collected as a kid, and about a month ago I started buying stuff to see what I could get. Watching you crack stuff is incredibly entertaining, and so far I have a master set of X and Y evolutions, and I'm working towards master sets of all 4 of the Sword Sealed sets. Up to 120 packs opened of Champion's Path, and still no Zard. Literally the only 2 cards I need for my master set. But that aside, my point is, I want to thank you for being the most prevailing reason for me discovering this hobby. And as I've been struggling with severe anxiety, extreme panic attack inducing, and mild depression over the past year, and watching you and a few other prominent YouTubers sparked my interest, and it's been bringing me a lot of happiness to me in a time that I really need. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Hey, dude. No, thank you. Seriously, that literally makes my day to hear that. So thank you so much for the kind message. I really appreciate it. I'm really happy that it's had a positive impact on your life. So I can't thank you enough for sharing that with me and letting me know that we're doing something right here. So I love hearing that. And yeah, that's best of luck. I really hope you pull that Charizard now. I'm rooting for you. So best of luck with it. Yes. Oh, okay, Zika. Yeah, dude. So you sent me a follow-up message there. Yeah, so that was you. Definitely would grab that without a doubt. Creepypasta anime, I appreciate it. So, and we got another super chat rolling in. I just want to say, Sarah H says, I know you're mainly, and thank you for the super chat. I know you're mainly a Pokemon collector, but have you looked into Dragon Ball TCG, and do you think that the market is growing? Yes. So Dragon Ball in particular, they actually did a big thing about it in SMR magazine, and as soon as that happened, I saw a lot of Dragon Ball stuff has been climbing like crazy, especially the vintage stuff. So yeah, Dragon Ball is for sure something that's been going up. I don't pay like a huge ton of attention to it because I can only divide my attention up so much, but from what I've seen, yeah, it's definitely something that's been kicking off. Even the newer sets, the one that was released 2 years ago, I believe it's going for like $1,500 a box at the moment. So yeah, it's definitely a market to keep an eye on. And also, I want to welcome Frostier Frost. Welcome to the Poke Cave Adventurer membership. Thank you for joining up. I appreciate you being here and being a part of the Poke Cave. Same thing goes to you. Make sure you check out the community tab for the members exclusive posts. It'll give you information on how to access the members exclusive opening, which I'm going to announce tomorrow, and I'm excited to announce that one. It's going to be a ton of fun. So yeah, it'll be a cool one for sure. So thank you for being a part of the Poke Cave. And let's jump back over to the live Q&A form here and see what other questions you guys have asked during this live Q&A. Trying to get to as many as I can here. So we do this every Saturday, though. So if you guys are new again, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notifications so you get notified when we go live here. Let's go. Next question is going to be Jimmy B, scooped up with a market question. With Pokemon... I almost said Pokemon, like switched up the two first letters of the first and last name. With Pokemon, buying that base set first edition box and helping the prices of the first edition base cards, do you think the following sets are not undervalued? There will be a ton of newcomers entering the hobby and buying up all the base set stuff, and I'm predicting they will ignore Team Rocket and gym sets for a while before we start seeing big jumps on the sets. Yeah, I think I've actually covered that a couple times during this live, but I'm glad you brought it up. So yeah, same thing. That's kind of what I was under the impression of as well. A lot of new people started off with base set and strictly just going for base set and maybe like jungle and fossil, like going on those hard, and that's why you're seeing a lot of those go up quite a bit. Like a lot, and then you're seeing other sets lag behind, right? So you're seeing like Rocket kind of lagging behind a little bit. You're seeing the gym sets kind of lagging behind a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. And base 2 always going to be lagging behind most likely. What else? Yeah, and then you move into Gen 2. Well, Legendary Collection and then Gen 2. But yeah, I kind of have that feeling too. That's kind of what I was kind of seeing happening as well, is like a lot of people when they jump in, you know, you can only do so much research, you can only learn so much, and like a lot of it starts with base set and jungle. I mean, it takes time, right? Like even for myself, when I started with base set, then I moved to, you know, I already knew about jungle and stuff like that, but I'm just saying, like, you start off with that, you start collecting stuff from base, you learn more, you get more excited for the next set, and then you keep moving from there. Then eventually you move into like the Neos if you want to keep moving from there. Maybe like the E, you know, before that the E series as well, which could also be lagging behind a bit, and then into Neo and stuff like that. So yeah, I do see that happening, and I agree with that sort of thought process. But as people progress in their collecting and investing, or whatever you want to call it, those sets too will kind of get will start moving up as well. Tara has a buying and selling question. See, you guys are trying to trick me. I think you tried to trick me on your name. Maybe not. Some people try to get me with the jokes. All right, the question is, when will Pokemon become as big as sports cards? So that's a good question. I honestly think it will get there eventually, and I feel like it's already happening. It's tough to say, but right now it's still definitely behind quite a lot. But I do see it probably getting there eventually, honestly. For in my opinion, anyway. I don't know when, though. That's the big question, is when. Blast Boost with the question. Blast Boost has a market question, and the goal is to continue to expand my Blastoise collection. Nice. That's a cool goal. The question is, where do you see Wizards of the Coast boxes in the next 3 to 5 years and prices now that heavy hitters are in the game? That's the big question. It's tough to put a... I mean, because I don't think anybody really could have predicted what happened this year. Like, we saw base unlimited booster boxes go from 4,000 to 20,000 in 1 year. People thought the Pokemon Go hype was crazy. I remember when Pokemon Go dropped, and everybody was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. You know, a base set unlimited booster box went from 1,000 to 2,000 during the Pokemon Go hype. And everybody was like, you know, this is crazy. It's crazy. You know, Rocket first edition booster box might have doubled too, but it really, when you look at it now, it's like a drop in the bucket. Like that, I remember that was crazy. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. My thought process was like that we're nowhere near anything right now. When Pokemon Go was hitting, I was still buying things like quite a bit because it just didn't make any sense that you could buy a base unlimited booster box, the first ever Pokemon cards, for $1,000, $2,000 for a booster box. To me, it seems so cheap for the original Pokemon cards, one of the biggest franchises in the world, one of the most nostalgic pieces of people grew up with. It's, with everything, TV, video games, cards. I mean, literally Pokemon is on everything. So it never made sense to me, but now we're moving to the speed of this is the biggest year for Pokemon. I mean, I still have it up there with 99, and I feel like this, especially right now, like I really feel like it's up there with 99, like 1999, the craze right now. You guys can agree or disagree with me on that one for sure, but I really feel like it's just on a whole nother level this year. So with that being said, the next 3 to 5 years, you're going to see more and more people jumping in. You're going to see more and more probably big names jumping in, like a lot. I mean, it's just like, I feel like every week there's like one or two like pretty big influential people that I hear of jumping into Pokemon, and I don't think it's going to stop. I think it's going to speed up. So when we look at it that way, it's really hard to predict because you're getting the whole world basically is it's kind of like the hats out of like the cat's out of the bag on that one, right? It's just when the world, like everybody knows, then it's, you can't really predict it. So 3 to 5 years, I mean, base unlimited, I just don't see it like, it could like go like slow, like you see like big price jumps and then it like slowly goes up and then big price jump and then slowly goes up and then it kind of like stays steady. Like I think that's what it's going to be. It's going to be like all these like different jumps, like big jump, slow, level off, big jump, level off, like stuff like that. Maybe like a little correction once in a while, maybe, but I don't even know at this point. So it's just all these like jumps and things that are happening at different times and you can't really predict it. But I just see an upwards trend for the next 3 to 5 years. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Whether it's like fast, slow, level off, a little bit down, and then come back up a little bit. Like that's kind of what I'm seeing on it. But in terms of like actual prices, like what do I expect like a base unlimited booster box to be in 3 to 5 years? I mean, I would not be surprised if they start hitting 50,000 by within like a year or 2 or 3. I really wouldn't. Who knows? It could happen faster. It could happen longer, like slower. I still think base has such potential for base unlimited. But yeah, I think we're just getting started. I think it's just like you just turn the gas on, the heat, like we start getting the fire going, and like the it's starting to heat up, right? Like, but the flame's big, but you got to wait for it to really heat it up. So I think it's like the flame is just like getting ignited and it's getting bigger and bigger, and as that gets bigger, like it starts heating up, and you got to wait, and then it starts just really going crazy. So I think it's just gonna keep going. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Good conversations though, guys. Good conversations for sure. All right, let's go. So Dalton has a story. Cool. I like this. Guys, share stories. Share stories in the live Q&As. So basically Dalton started off with, I still have faith in the community. I met another collector hunting for Champion's Path, which is near impossible, as we all know, right? I mean, going to the store trying to find Champion's Path, as you guys know, is pretty difficult. At a Walmart yesterday, we waited and talked for a few hours, and the restock never came. I came to find out he mostly collects football cards and found out I was a huge Pokemon fan. So we followed each other on Instagram and went our separate ways. I messaged him saying I'll keep an eye out for what he's looking for if he does the same for me with Champion's Path. He messaged me yesterday saying he picked up an ETB and a box of Champion's Path and would sell it to me for retail price, so I met up with him and did the exchange. Saying I'll still keep an eye out for him for his because he was looking for. I drove to a Walmart on my way home and saw the packs he was looking for, so I grabbed 6 and messaged him, and he was super excited. I drove back to where we met literally 30 minutes before and sold the cards to him for the retail and said, let's open up a pack. He opened up a few packs and had some decent cards, and I opened the box, pulled the Charizard VMAX Rainbow Rare. We were in the parking lot of Target, literally third time meeting with each other, and jumped around after I pulled from the box. He sold me. He hasn't opened up the rest of the boxes yet, but needless to say, Carmen really pulled through, and I have a story now and a great friend for the love of collecting. Dude, I love that story. And we got some photos as well. I didn't even realize. So check it out. Really great story. That's so cool. So these are the boxes that you guys exchanged at retail price because you guys were looking out for one another, and that's amazing. There's the football cards. There's the Champions Path. You had the ETB, kept that sealed, it looks like, and pulled it out of a Champions Path pin box. That's only, was it like 3 packs in those, I think? 3 or 4 or something? Wow. And there's the Charizard. Can we get closer? There he is, the Charizard VMAX. And I think you had a couple more photos here, too. Oh, here's an up-close Charizard VMAX. What a story. That is awesome. Hopefully your buddy pulls what they're looking for out of the football boxes as well. Thanks for sharing that story. That's awesome. Good stuff here. Hey, Josh, I appreciate you jumping in here, hopping off. Thanks, Rev. Hey, thanks so much. Cool stories. Good stuff. Next up, we got AJ, also with a story. Hey, Rev, just wanted to share this cool find that I picked up at a local game store. The guy was chilling among the bulk, not even in the binder that they had, just in the bulk box. Paid 35 cents for it because I got bulk pricing. It has scratches and some whitening for the price, but for the price I got it at, is great. It is great condition, so I'm not complaining at all. 35 cents. Let's see what we got. Oh, baby. Oh, boom. 35 cents in the bulk. Yep. Definitely worth a lot more than 35 cents, even with the scratches on there all day. That's wild. Congratulations. Got it at a local game store. They're still out there, guys. You just got to hunt. Always be on the lookout. Always searching around. There it is. 2 cool stories now. 35 cents. That's amazing. Congratulations. That's awesome. That is really cool. So cool. Loving the conversation that we're having here, guys. I appreciate you all being a part of this. What's going on, Emperor HD? Okay. I'm going to jump back into the live chat. I'm missing some of your guys' chats here. So, Dylan A said, with the 499 super chat, I appreciate that, says a PSA 9 Dark Blastoise on eBay ends today. How high should I go? Let's check it out. PSA 9 Dark Blastoise. So let's see if I can find it. So if I go on eBay, I can do PSA 9 Dark Blastoise, because I'm not sure if it's first edition. So now I can go to auctions. Like that. Let me switch the screen over here as well. Go to auctions. We can look it up. So, Dark Blastoise. I'm unsold. So let me go to not sold. Go to ending soonest. I think it's this one down here. Let's see. So, maybe it's this one. Yeah. Okay. Fresh to grade at PSA 9 crystal clear case. Only 817 exist. So, 20 years old, first edition Dark Blastoise, Hollow PSA 9. So, it is first edition. It's a PSA 9. It's a Blastoise. So, it's got a lot going for it, of course, from Team Rocket set. Looking pretty good for a 9. Looks like your typical 9. 9s typically have some whitening on the corner. So, this has whitening up there. It's got whitening on the left corner. A little bit of edge whitening on the left. Centering's pretty good. Looks like a clean card for sure. And join the less than 1% of Pokemon collectors. Only 817 of these graded PSA 9 are known to exist up today. That's 817 out of 228.8 billion Pokemon game cards produced worldwide, less than 0.00001%. Buy this rare piece and join the, the less than 1%. Okay. So, all right, if you want to join the less than 1%, you can bid on this one. It has 128 watchers. That's pretty crazy. So basically what I would do is I would just kind of look at the history of these. So PSA 9 first, Dark. That's interesting right up on the card, though. PSA 9 first, Dark Blastoise. And I'll put Rocket in there. And then we just kind of go and see what's happening. I base it off of what's happening over the last, like, month or two. If you go back 3 months, you're kind of wishful thinking a little bit because the market moves way quicker than 3 months. So what I can do is maybe go lowest first and kind of see if I can find the lowest price one. These are non-hollows. So, there's actually there's another one that ends as well in a couple days. So you could get a CGC graded one. This one's graded in a 9. It's got 9s all around, so probably might not be as good of a card condition. I don't know how strict CGC is on their grading scale. I haven't really looked like a lot, but yeah, this is apparently like a 9, so that could probably be comparable to the other one. So maybe not pay, but this also has best offer on it. Then the next one up, if you wanted a PSA, would be 535. So if you're cool with a CGC, you could probably try to snag that one, maybe throw in a $400 offer on it. I don't think CGC might not have a premium yet. This one sold for 600 or best offer. That was the most recent one. I don't know what the exact sale price was on it. This one sold for 400, 450. Yeah, so you're probably looking about 400 to 450 on it, honestly. In my opinion, that's probably what you want to be looking for that card. Hopefully that helps you out a bit. Maybe up to like 450-ish. I would say since CGC doesn't have a lot of the market, you might PSA still holds a premium, I would assume, over CGC since they're not as well known and people don't really have as much, I guess, trust in them as PSA or Beckett. So, let's go. Brandon P, thank you for the super chat as well. Hey, PokeRev, do you think 8,500 for a Fossil First Edition booster box sealed with a slightly dented bottom is good? Love your channel, bro. Keep killing it. Hey, I appreciate it, Brandon. Yeah, 8,500. I do. I mean, Fossil. I talk about Fossil pretty often. Not super often, but a decent amount. So, Fossil, it's always been kind of held back by supply because Jungle's always been more difficult to find than Fossil. Like, it's always been more difficult to find than Fossil. I don't know why. For the last 5 years that I've been buying and collecting and all that stuff, Fossil has always been a lot easier to find for some reason, which has always held the price back a bit. So we can look it up and see what fossils are going for right now on eBay. And basically what I do is just go to End It Recently and kind of see what's happening. So PWCC, they went for about that price, 8,500-ish. I don't know if you guys watch the PWCC auctions. We watch these end. And see, what's happening is Jungle, though. We're seeing Jungle go for quite a bit more. Like, Jungle is pushing out ahead. But Jungle also does have the Eevee, the Pikachus, which are really hot right now from Jungle set. Fossils, the commons that Fossil has aren't as probably like big as hitters as Jungle. But these ones went for about 8,500-ish. And then we can kind of see, like, that kind of went a little bit low, I feel like, 8,500 for Fossil. I feel like they're closer to like 9-ish, but there was 2 that ended. But if we go on the market and see what's actually available right now on eBay, just go highest to lowest. It'll be easier to kind of sort through these a little bit. Actually, well, here you go. I don't know if you locked in that deal yet, but this one's ending in an hour 41. I actually have it on my watch list. You guys can see it up here. I just kind of wanted to see what this would end for, but it's at 153 watchers. That's 7,600. And the bottom doesn't look beat up on this one. Seller has a good amount of feedback. It's got like a little bit of a bulge on the side there. not like mint, but it's not like terrible condition, but it's not like super mint or anything. But it's at 7,600. You might want to consider bidding on this one. Maybe see what you can get it. You might be able to get this one under 8,500. But other than that, if I go to highest to lowest, let's see. Yeah, I mean that's the cheapest one right now. That's German. Then under that is 9,600 best offer from DA Card World, 10,000 or best offer on that. So that's really like, I feel like you're gonna start seeing Fossil push through to 10,000 in no time. And then DA Card World as well, which not super good condition either. So yeah, I would say 8,500 is pretty solid, honestly, but you might want to consider bidding on this one as well. That ends really soon, an hour and 40 minutes. Let's go. Let's see what else we have going on here as well. Eric says, hey, PokeRev, do you think a heavy base set booster pack at 21.08 is high enough? Might make a bid. I haven't really tracked weights on packs really ever. I think maybe somebody like TCA Gaming would probably answer that question better, because I don't really like, I don't remember those types of things, and I don't really keep track of any of them, but I do hear people bring up those quite a bit in the community. So I feel like something like that is probably on the border. So it could be, maybe not, maybe that's like a gamble. Maybe like a 50-50 shot, maybe a little bit less than 50-50 shot. So, but either way, right now, I feel like even light first edition base set booster packs are going to be going for quite a bit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with first edition base packs, especially after this next booster box opening that's coming up here. But let's see. See what else we got going on here. All right, so next question is from Joey. This is a buying and selling question. The question is, I pulled a shiny Charizard V from Champion's Path. Should I sell or hold? Sell or hold the shiny Charizard V from Champion's Path? Well, I would say the first to market stuff usually goes for the highest premium at first, then it kind of like sinks down, levels off, then starts coming back up. That's what I've seen for like shiny Charizard. So if you get it out early, you might be able to get more of a premium on it, especially if it's graded high. So maybe if you think you can get a 10, maybe consider grading it express and throwing it up on eBay in like an early sort of premium. People a lot of times cards will go for a pretty big premium in the beginning when there's not as much supply out there. So could be worth a shot. It depends on when you can get the grade back, though, and what it grades. All right. Darren has a buying and selling question. Got around 500 packs of Champion's Path coming in. With the reprint news coming up, sell, wait, or buy, or break myself. Thanks. 500 coming in. So, well, it's Champion's Path really, there's no real, like, reprint. Unless I missed something. You guys let me know if there's like a reprint. But as far as I know, there's no reprint for Champion's Path. Just a second wave coming through that was initially supposed to be out for the initial drop, but Pokemon is backed up. They didn't get it all out in time, so they're making up the rest of it's coming out in a second wave. So not technically like a second reprint officially, but just more of what was supposed to be out there. I think Champion's Path is still got a long way to go, and I think people still want to continue opening them up. And there's not enough. There's not enough Champion's Path out there. So, either way, having that much Champion's Path is there's a lot you could do with it. I mean, there's not enough out there. It's like Hidden Fates when Hidden Fates first came out. There's nowhere near enough. So either of those, really anything you do is probably fine. So best of luck with your packs and whatever you choose to do. So next question is from Asaph. A buying and selling question. And the goal is to make millions out of Pokemon cards. Whoa, big goal. Best of luck. The question is, what is the formula, if there is one, regarding buying and selling? Once you sell an item after you bought it, and how long should you wait? There's no formula. Basically, cash flow is very important, though. Depends on a lot of different factors, but make sure you have a decent cash flow. And if you tie up everything in purchases, then you don't have any cash flow, then you can't grab anything else. It's really, timing is really weird, and there's different things. It's a lot of different factors that go into it, and it comes down to like a personal choice. Because a lot of people do ask me, they'll say, hey, Rev, when's the right time to sell my whatever box? My Jungle First Edition box, my Neo Revelation box. When is the right time? Is it time? Should I wait another year? Should I wait 5 years? There's no right time. Because, in my opinion, Wizards of the Coast era booster boxes are going to continue to climb in price, at least throughout our lifetime, in my opinion. Because you can't erase nostalgia. So as long as everyone's still nostalgic for it, it still is going to have a collector base that's going to continue to grow. And as people get older, get better jobs, make more money, they have more expendable income, etc., yada, 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 prices continue to climb. Supply always drops, boxes always get opened up. So, yeah, I think there's no right time to sell an item. It basically just comes down to a personal choice. Like, would you like to cash out? Would you like to take the money? And what do you want to do with it? Do you want to put it somewhere else? Do you want to put it towards a new home, your vacation, something, other Pokemon products? Like, there's no set way. Because I think, like, even if you say, like, oh, I want to wait till it, quote unquote, like, hits the ceiling, I don't think you're going to see the ceiling ever. So that's the thing. It's just whenever you think you're ready to sell something. All right, let's see what else we got here. So next question is coming in from, where's my form? Here we go. All right, so next question is from Marcus. Got an interesting find / pickup. All right. Is it worth grading for OC grade, and what will it be worth after grading? So OC grades are pretty, like, not like niche, like market, but in terms of like prices on them, it's just whatever somebody's willing to pay on it. So that'll definitely be OC. That's a really cool looking OC card. You got Venusaur. The top border is super, like, large compared to the small part on the bottom there. And let's see, I got another one. You got another shot of it as well. So, yeah, it's definitely worth grading in terms of the value. It's tough to say. It's really tough to say. But they're tough to find and pretty collectible. But I don't have an exact answer for you on that one. All right, let's see what our next question is. Got a hashtag rehydrate here for a second. All right, let's see what else we got going on in the live chat here as well. Make sure you guys are all having a good time. Hey, Lucky Do, I appreciate that. Rev, the camera quality is on point. Thank you. Hey, Emily, I appreciate you being here as well. Glad to hear that. Rev, what camera do you have? I have a Sony A6400, I believe it is, with a Sigma lens. 30 millimeter something. Probably off with that. Something like that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you being a part of this live Q&A. If you guys are just joining up here, what we're doing is we're talking all things Pokemon cards, collecting, buying, selling, investing, the market, everything that's going on with Pokemon cards. Come hang out here and ask your questions down below. There is a form. You click the description, go down there, click that. Send your question in. I'm getting to as many questions as I can during this. Unfortunately, I usually can't hit all of them because quite a bit of collections, and a lot of times I really like to kind of sink our teeth into a lot of these questions and really go in depth, because this is the place to be and really just kind of talk about it and figure things out and see what exactly is going on here with Pokemon, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this. And if you are enjoying it, make sure you hit the like on the video. It definitely helps out a ton. But let's go. Or says, as a story, the goal is to pull them all. The question, or the story is, hey Rev, so I got a cancellation for all ATB Champions Paths I pre-ordered from Amazon. No! It turns out they can do it even if you pre-ordered items. Yeah, they can definitely cancel pre-orders whenever, no matter, where you pre-order something. It's never guaranteed for the most part. Nothing's really guaranteed until you have it in your hand, honestly. Just out of curiosity, have you come across anything like this in the past? Yep, definitely. GameStop cancels pre-orders. Amazon, different card shops, different card stores online, they'll cancel pre-orders. A lot of times they don't know. I mean, you don't really know until you get it in. A lot of times you can make promises and stuff like that, and sometimes it's just you don't get it, so they can't process the order. Sorry to hear that, but yeah, it does happen. All right, so let's see what we got. Adam with a story. Remember opening Crystal Guardians live when you pulled the reverse hollow Squirtle? Crystal Guardians. Yes. Is that the Squirtle that's kind of just hanging out? I graded it to Beckett. Also not sure if this is the only card graded. Thought I'd just share it with everyone. Hey, dude, I want to see that. Let me remember. Oh, yeah. Yes. There's so many different Squirtle artworks. Oh, dude, that's nice. Check it out. This was from the live opening. Crystal Guardians. Got the 9.5 gem mint on this card. Dude, let's check it out. Thank you for sharing that. That is so cool. 9.5 on the centering. 9.5 on the edges. The surface got a 9.5, and the corners got a 9. Whoa, that's cool artwork. Got like the sunrise or the sunset or whatever in the background. Squirtle is just like gliding through the water there on the ocean. That is sick. Thank you for sharing that with us here. I love seeing that stuff. Beckett graded. Wow. Reverse foil. Yeah, it's probably the only one graded. If you look it up on Beckett, I would not be shocked if it was the only one graded by Beckett. That's sick. Thanks for sharing that. Hey, so we also have BZ Tommy with the super chat. My fellow Italian NJ brother. There it is. What is up? I have a black dot error Zard from my childhood. Has been in a safe for the past 16 years. Is it worth grading? Well, black dot errors, in terms of like if it's a specific known error, a lot of times for known errors that are consistent, they are worth it if it's recognized as an error. If it's a random black dot on the card, most likely it's not really going to add really any sort of like, what's the word? Like premium or like collectability aspect to it for the most part. But if it's a consistent known error, then it could be. I'm not particularly, I don't know the exact card. We did say Zard. So I don't know if I've really seen black dot error Zard before, if it's a known sort of error. But you guys can let me know in the chat if that's something that you guys know of. I'm personally not 100% sure on that. Like I've heard of the red dot error for Blastoise. I pulled it before, but like a black dot error, I'm not 100% sure on that, and I don't think that they recognize it as an error. But I mean, overall, it's pretty much always worth grading Zards. But yeah, appreciate the question. Sorry I don't have an exact answer for you on that one, but I appreciate you being here, representing New Jersey. All right, let's go. Hope you guys are having a fun time here, hanging out in the Poke Cave, talking all things Pokemon cards every Saturday morning. Started a little late today. Usually we start a little earlier, like 9 to 10-ish. Got a late start. Okay. Black Dot Error Zard exists. I had one and sold it for $250 like 3 months ago. No, okay, that's good to know. See, it's something I wasn't 100% aware of. I'd love to see a photo of that as well. All right, so let's see what the next question is on the form. Timmy B has a collecting question. Collecting modern sealed product is the goal. The question is, between Darkness Ablaze and Champion's Path, which would be a better choice to invest in? Champion's Path, in my opinion. Darkness Ablaze, a lot easier to get. Champion's Path has the Zard that's in Darkness Ablaze, but in Rainbow Rare, Hyper Rare. It's got the Charizard Shiny V. They didn't put them in booster boxes, so you got to go out there. You got to find them. You guys know how it is to find Champion's Path. Elite Trainer box is amazing. Champion's Path all the way, in my opinion. I'd be careful with Darkness Ablaze, to be honest. All right. Got a card grading estimate question from Craig. Question is, I pulled this bad boy last week. Curious if you think it has a shot at a PSA 10. Front looks clean, but the back is a little off center, and there's a white speck on the bottom left. What do we got? Let's see what we got here. I'm going to pull it up on the screen. There's the back. Something up there on the top left. And then what's the front of the card? Let's see. Ooh, baby. There it is. The Charizard VMAX Rainbow. Well, it's tough to tell the centering on these cards a lot of times. Like, I really can't even tell you the top to bottom centering on these. Because it's just the top, there's just no border. So you just kind of have to guess. So I'm curious how they do that, how they grade these, to be honest. I guess they just have to measure, I don't know. The left to right's pretty solid. The only thing I worry about is that speck at the top there. Maybe a little bit there. Maybe a shot at a 10 on this one. It's tough because I don't know how this. I don't know if that's supposed to be. I think that might have to be thicker on the bottom, but it's hard to tell. But if I compare it to like the left and right, that's tough. It's tough to estimate these because there's nothing here for me to look at. it's just the card, and they don't have border on it except for right here and then like right here. But I can't compare that. I can only compare it to here and here. So probably a safe 9 though, for sure. Like a safe 9, maybe a shot at a 10, maybe. It's tough. I think it's gonna come down to what that centering actually is like on the top to bottom, officially. So. And the back centering, you don't have to really worry about that much. The back can be off quite a bit and still be in 10 parameter. So the back's fine in terms of centering for 10. We got Rowan up with a story. I pulled a shiny Charizard V out of my first box in 4 years. Check your Barnes & Nobles, people. Good tip. I think we brought that up at one of the other videos. Check out places where people don't really frequent for Pokemon cards. What is the grade and what is a good price to sell for? So I'm not sure about pricing on these. I mean, it's tough to say. And then I only have a front photo of this, so I would need the back as well to actually tell you what it might grade. But looking at the front, it looks pretty good. Actually, looks pretty good centering as well. So you might, depending on the back though. The backs I've seen on these can be a little bit iffy. And then like sometimes I'm seeing like certain, like, I don't know if that's like chipping or something on some here, like when they cut it. But 9 or a 10, I can't really. If you guys have been tracking the prices on the Charizard V, see, I don't like to, for new cards like this and the Rainbow, I don't really like to like go really deep into pricing on like 9s and 10s because they're not really established. So, like, if you have a card that had the first sold on the market, it's like, it's not, in my opinion, it's not really, like, established pricing for it. It's just basically based off of availability and somebody that really wants it. So, like World's First, see, like, this is World's First PSA 10 Shiny Charizard V. It's listed at $5,300 best offer. So, there's nothing. And then here's another one, $5,500 or best offer. These aren't really established prices, so I'm not really comfortable saying this card is worth like thousands of dollars when there's not really sales data on it. But I could see if any. Oh, I didn't even show you guys. Sorry. Let me go back. So like shiny Charizard, $5,300 or best offer, $5,500 or best offer. Those are probably the only ones that are probably listed right now. So. And then, like, there's people that actually have it, like, it got a 10 from PSA, and they just put it up right away because they're trying to be first to market. But you can already see they're coming up here on eBay. There's only 4, and 2 of them aren't even in hand. So this one sold a couple days ago for $7,000 or best offer. So I would say whatever this sold for, I would not say this is the market price on this. I would say this is the first person that grabs it price. So I don't know whatever the market wants to pay for these is what it's going to be going for, but I don't know the exact price as of now to really kind of dive into it. So yeah. So I'm gonna jump back into the live chat though. We got a super chat from Lewis M. Yo, Rev, I'm from the Yu-Gi-Oh community. Just spreading some more love with you all. I enjoy the live streams, chilling with the chat. Hey, dude, I appreciate that. That's awesome. Let me know. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Well, thank you so much for the $10 super chat as well. But I'm curious. Let me know if you don't. Let me know if you don't collect Pokemon cards, like whatever, or if you don't collect anything. Just put hashtag me if you you don't really collect Pokemon cards, or you collect something else, or you don't collect anything at all. I'm curious how many people actually tune into this that don't actually collect Pokemon cards. I'm just a little bit curious about that as well. So, also Ben C in the house. Thank you for being here. Hey Rev, can you drop the price of the 1.5 mil? Just kidding. It's just saying thank you for the entertainment while I'm at work. Keep it up. Hey, dude, I appreciate that, Ben. Yeah, that's more of like a kind of like just a listing that kind of it brings people to like the page. Like people see it and then they click over and they're like, oh, that's cool. And then just for people to kind of see it. But I don't think I could ever sell it. Like I don't think I could ever. I don't think I have it in me to sell it. I'd be so sad if I had to sell it. But yeah. Oh wow, there's actually a decent chunk of people that don't actually collect Pokemon cards, but they're just tuning in to check this out. So I appreciate you being here and being a part of it. That's cool. All right, let's go back to the question form. I'm trying to get through as many questions as I can here, guys. But as always, every Saturday, the earlier you get here, the earlier you get question is, the more likely I'll be able to get to it because I just go on a first come basis. Basically, like whoever, it's just literally I click next question, and it just gives me them in order of when I got them in here. So let's see what the next question is up on here. Oriole O with the question, the buying and selling question. The question is, do you think I should start investing in base set first edition Spanish? The prices will increase or just stay the same in the current price. I paid $170 for the mint cards, includes all the commons and commons first editions. And sorry for my bad English. Hey, no worries whatsoever. Appreciate the question. So, and then here's like an example of some of the cards that we're talking about here. I think just in general, Wizard of the Coast era cards, no matter what the language is, there's a market for them, and there are people that are buying them and want to grab it in maybe their language or what they collected. So, and they're tough to find. Foreign cards are tough to find, like Spanish, German, all this stuff. They're tough to find. Chinese, that's tough to find. Wizards of the Coast sets. So yeah, I continue to see it over across all languages for sure. So I think so. I mean, I've seen it since when we started. But yeah, let's see what other questions we have here. So, next question. Asaph got a collecting question. Where do you get those grading card sleeves, the card saver ones, and why doesn't the company make more? Why are they so hard to find, so expensive? So it just goes back to like what's happening right now. You guys saw PSA increasing their prices. You see they're talking about how it's like whatever X amount more than what they normally get, and doubling their capacity, and still lead times are getting lower. It's because so many people are grading their cards, so many people are getting into trading cards in general, and then coupled that with a lot of the people that do like buy and resell stuff, as well as like what's going on in the world once the virus hits, production, all that combined creates something that's tough to get. So if we go on eBay and we go to Card Saver 1, let's see what comes up. So they're expensive. I mean, they're expensive. So right now, let's just say you want to get a case. Let's see what cases are going for. So I bought a case of Card Saver 1s. I'm going to say a month ago, maybe 2 months ago, off eBay, and I think I spent $700, I think it was, for a case which has 2,000 card savers. Now, normally a case um, would be like $150. I think that's like the normal retail price. Like that, you could buy those all day for 150. So I think I've spent 700 on a case. So let's see what they're going for now. Yeah, so they're still about 700. So this is like what I purchased basically. A case of card savers and a seller you've bought from. Okay, so I must have bought it from them. So I'm one of the people that bought these out of the two that bought them. Two available. $700 for 2,000. See, it says 2,000 pieces on there. So it's basically, if you just take that and you divide it by 2,000, it's 35 cents a card saver, which is pretty wild. So normally, if they were only 150 for the case, I don't know. I forget. It's been so long, I can't even remember what the retail price was on these. But and you do that divided by 2,000, you're looking at like 7 cents, and now they're 35 cents, and it adds up fast, guys. That means that 3 card savers are basically $1. That's insane, and that's what they're going for right now. So that's a problem too. And I mean, I think they're making as much as they can, but like just going back to it, the production is just not as good as it used to be because of everything that's going on in the world. So production levels are slowing down. You got people reselling stuff like crazy. You got a bazillion people grading cards. So all 3 of those factors combined, and that's basically what happened with those. So yeah, it's tough. Emily says all my card savers are from the Poke Cave openings. Yeah, you guys know I always have to throw it in a card saver whenever we get like a full art or something, or like a pretty valuable card. It's got to go in because I can't. Like it's just I need to put it in a card saver for you guys and for like myself because I can't. I just can't let it sit there and not in a card saver. They go on the penny sleeve too, but card saver is like a little extra. Um, Dude, Brandon W. Thank you again for the super chat, dude. I appreciate you being here. Rev, I just ordered Champions Path box. Got it in the mail today. Pulled the Rainbow VMAX. Check the Instagram DMs. Dude, I definitely. Okay. Dude, no way. Everybody's pulling the rainbow today. The Rainbow Zard. Congratulations. Um, Gosh, I can't find you. I'll have to try to find you. But dude, congratulations. And then also KR and KR Ninja 22, I think it says. Rev, do you think Pokemon TCG is in a bubble right now? It seems prices of cards have nowhere to go but up. Do you think it will come down? So I think the biggest thing to be cautious of is going to be the modern, right? Because modern is the most volatile, in my opinion. So just like for sets from like Sun and Moon era, um, even X and Y are the most like to just. I think those will be the first if anything does start to trend downward, like the modern stuff, because modern it's interesting because you don't know how much is out there and it's a lot newer obviously, and most people go for the older stuff when they start getting in and that's the safest stuff. So like the older stuff is the safer stuff in my opinion, especially if we're talking about sealed booster boxes and stuff like that. I would say anything before like X and Y is like this is like quote unquote like the safest. So like before like black and white, Heart Gold Soul Silver, just based off of like scarcity and rarity and just like how old it is. Wizard of the Coast, that stuff. Like I think the first stuff to get hit is always going to be like the modern. Is gonna. I never like speculate or really like give like my opinions on certain modern stuff for the most for graded cards for the most part. Even somewhat with the sealed stuff. It's just you never really know with the modern what's going to happen. So yeah, it's kind of nobody knows. Basically, nobody knows the answer to it. But we're just gonna have to keep seeing what happens. Um, but BZ Tommy. Oh, there we go. Okay, this one must be you. Here it is. Okay. Sorry, I have trouble finding guys in my DMs a lot of times. But okay, so BZ Tommy said I sent you a photo of the black dot. So the black dot Charizard. Let's see. Oh wow, dude, I've never seen this. I guess this is a known error. I'm usually up with all the error cards, but I've never seen this one. So I'll show you guys. BZ Tom sent over a photo, and like here, I'll show you guys here on my phone. So that's like, if you guys can see it, it's like right down there on the Nintendo on the T. See it down there? So that's a base unlimited Charizard black dot error. I'm thinking it's a known error then. If has anybody seen that before? I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe somebody. Well, this is like a hand on a hand with the photo, my hand and then the hand in the photo. So let me know if you guys have seen that before, and I'm interested if anybody's seen that black dot error before, because I find it kind of interesting that I've never seen it before. I've usually seen most of the errors that are out there, which is kind of cool to see. But yeah. Let's see. Give me 1 second. All right, so let's see what else we got here in the live Q&A chat. So, all right, so we got Elias here with the question on the forum. Elias has a market question, and the question is, do you expect the Vivid Voltage set to increase in price in November as what happened with Champions Path set in October? So the one thing with Vivid Voltage is that it doesn't have the huge Charizard hits. It does have the Leon's Charizard and then the pre-release card in the build and battle sets, which is another Charizard. So it technically has 2 Charizards in it. So it does have Charizards. One of them, it's a holo, so it's nothing too crazy. I think it'll be a cool card. I don't think it'll be anything crazy. But Vivid Voltage is going to have the amazing Pokemon cards in this set that were confirmed for the amazing rare cards. So if you guys know what the amazing rare cards are from Vivid, the Japanese version of Legendary Heartbeat. See if I can show you a photo up on here. If you guys have never seen them before. Okay, so this one's on eBay. Here we go. All right, this is cool. So I can show you guys this. So this is like the amazing rares that are going to be in this set. So you got Celebi, Rayquaza, Zamazenta, Zacian, Jirachi, Raikou. So there's 6 of them. And these were supposed to be 1 per box from the Japanese set. So like you open a booster box, you'd pull 1 of these. So that's some like pretty crazy rarity tier. Now Pokemon does that. I don't think there's nothing confirmed about the pull rates on these yet for English. So if Pokemon does that and they do 1 per booster box, or even crazier 1 per every 2 or 1 per every 3 like Gold Stars, I think that alone will make the set really popular, because people are going to want to pull all those cards, and you're going to have to open up a lot of stuff. Now, Vivid Voltage will be available in booster boxes and stuff like that, which usually pumps the supply up quite a lot, like when there are booster boxes available, not like the 0.5 sets like Champions Path and Fates, where you got to dig through tins. You got to dig through like an entire case of tins to get a booster box worth, whereas with this set, you just buy cases of booster boxes. But with the Charizard, a couple Charizards thrown in there that aren't super big, but the amazing rares, you got the Pikachus, the VMAXs. I don't know. I think it's going to come down to the amazing rares and how they are put in there, how rare they are. They are called amazing rares in Japanese, and they're called amazing Pokemon in English. So if they're truly amazingly rare, then I think people are going to want to open up this set a lot. Get the Pikachu, the Alakazams. I think it'll do good. I think the set will do good. It's tough to say. I'm kind of like speculating on that quite a bit, but now if they put the amazing Pokemon in, and they're super easy to pull, and they're like, you can get all of them out, like, or a lot of them out of a booster box, and maybe not as much. But I think it's gonna more come down to the pull rates on those, because people like a chase. So like for these, like people want to chase cards, and if there's a chase with those, for example, if you got to open up 2 or 3 booster boxes to pull one of those, people are going to be opening up a lot of stuff. Supply will be lower. So that's my opinion on it. But yeah, guys, I think we're gonna wrap it up there. Hope you had a fun time. We did this for almost 3 hours. We almost made it to the 3-hour mark. I would have started earlier if I got going a little bit earlier, but I was up late last night doing stuff, trying to set up different things for the channel and everything. But guys, make sure you come back tomorrow. We got a big opening coming up, and I'll announce the next members opening as well. So a lot of stuff going on. We got plenty of openings coming up for the following week. I got a lot of stuff planned for the channel, for the PokeCave, and for all of us here. So I appreciate all of you being here and for the support. Guys, on your way out, make sure to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, on your way out, consider subscribing to the channel and come back again tomorrow or next Saturday if you like the live talks as well. But yeah, guys, again, hope you had a fun time. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, your Saturday, and your Sunday. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one.